Hi, we in here for another deep, divine, cosmic download. Draped in nothing but protection as usual. Peace to the gods and goddesses. Planet Kai, you hear me? Fuck the whole government, fuck the CIA. Y'all some bitches. So my son, y'all is. That's exactly how I'm coming on a live lecture, nigga. I ain't come to be nice or none of that. Straight up. That right there. Peace to all the guys and goddesses of Planet Kai. Man, shout out to the trenches that be watching, enlightening themselves. You know, peace to the high vibrational human beings that be watching. I know I got a couple emails. Some white people hit me up. They like, you don't like white people? They're like, do you H-A-T-E white people? I was like, man, I don't even got that word in my vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got nothing against nobody based upon the pigmentation of their skin, unlike a lot of you white people do. See, we ain't never been like that. And I'm not gonna lower my frequency to match your frequency, because y'all racist. I'll never be what you are. You see what I'm saying? But I fuck with all the high vibrational white people. But I don't call y'all white people. I call y'all by y'all species name, human beings. I call you what you are. You know? And to the white people, that the human beings is vibrating low, that's racist, y'all can eat a doggy dick on a Saturday for all I give a fuck. You feel me? It's war with me and never change. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know why y'all be expecting something different. Straight up. Wrong YouTube channel. Oh, feel good to finally get to this live lecture. I wanted to push it back, y'all. I had to push it back. You know, we been had this schedule, but if you notice, I gave a couple other lessons before we went into this one, because the way I had this lecture originally scheduled, I had already spoke about the native tribes. You know what I'm saying? I had already spoke about the native tribes, so I ain't want to like go back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to do it like that, so I had to space this one out. Now that it was spaced out with a few lectures in between, we can get up in there, you feel me? Like I want to. Shout out to White Runts today. Thank you. Gaseous Clay on the scene per usual. How y'all feeling, man? My vibration's high as usual. It's just, you know, it's a real life war, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be a war just to give y'all the information, man. It'd be crazy for me, man. You feel me? Because I know motherfuckers be on here, just some people get the lit information, but a lot of people just, this shit don't really be war. You ain't ready to kill nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay if you're not like that. You know, I am like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay if you're not like that. I'm not honoring no police, no law, no nothing. I've been lawless. It's been fuck the police. Anybody been watching, you know that from day one, so it ain't gonna never change. And I'm really just tired of them. You know? I am, y'all. Like, my fuck 'em all meter is like, it's gone. It's exploded. You feel me? You know? But I got Shango energy with me. That's all that is. That's that Shango energy on me right now. You feel me? You know? For real. Yeah, I want y'all to go ahead and make yourselves comfortable though, man. I know y'all just getting in here, man. So we'll give y'all time to pile in. I'm not gonna take off without you. Go on Twitter, let them know we live. If you want to screen record, do your thing. I don't care. Tag me, tag the university, the official UCI Online on Instagram, tag all that. Let motherfuckers know we live. You feel me? If you on the website, definitely go on the forum, let them know we live right now on YouTube. You feel me? As far as those who be like, I told you can't trust no time I post. If I post a time, don't trust it. Just know we gonna go around that frame. Because like I say, the attacks that come at me for waking y'all up is you don't understand. It's the next level. Talking about these fallen angels be working overtime. You feel me? And see, they don't be attacking me physically. They be all mental and spiritual attacks. That's how they become. All right, so make sure this set up the correct way. But I love all the reflections deeply, you know what I'm saying? I love the whole university, you feel me? I love the planet, I love our species, and I love what we've done, and that's why I like to get on here every Sunday and remind these motherfuckers of what we done, no matter how much they try to hide it from us or try to hide it from y'all. See, a lot of us just don't know our greatness, you know what I'm saying? So we live a different way. We don't be knowing our greatness. A lot of us just not starting to meditate. Like, that's a new thing, like the last year, you see what I'm saying? But that's like having a newborn though. It's like an infant coming into the realm, and the mom don't get a baby no milk, no breast milk or nothing till he like 10. You like, damn, like you supposed to be feeding him the moment he came, right? That's how it is with us meditating and being in tune with the angelic realms, the spiritual realms, our ancestors. You know, when I speak about those Orishas are part of our ancestors. So all the angelic forces, that's part of our ancestors. So when I was telling y'all last week, when I was like, hey, you know, you got your ancestors, you got Orishas, you got all different type of divine beings, cosmic forces behind you. You know, keep in mind that these are all ancestral lineages, you know what I'm saying? Except for the extraterrestrial races. Because all your extraterrestrial races, your blue avians and Lyrans, Nomos, Nagas, a lot of them, unless, you know, we created them anyway. But I'm talking about the cosmic forces, these divine beings of light, you know what I'm saying? You got entities out there that's just pure light, pure gamma radiation, nothing else. Never took on a vessel, never stepped on no planet, no realm. Those beings come from us. Everything comes from us. You know, we are connected at the deepest of levels. And that's just that's what we remembering. And they don't like it, y'all. Like, I go through hell right now, like Instagram bitch ass. You know, they whole ass still got me blocked. I've been blocked 2 months, nigga. I've been officially blocked since last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, y'all deleted the whole page at 60K. The new page hit 30K. They can't take it. They shut them down. You know why? Because I am him. I am him. That's why. I mean, it ain't nothing new because, you know, Meta did it first. Facebook. YouTube ain't been on nothing. YouTube been chilling. Like I say, long as I don't speak, long as I don't say the human-made medical terminology that they use for the hot sauce 19, they ain't been fucking with me. But we be on the website, we lit. You know, we on the website lit. The website, y'all gotta go join the website, www.theuci.online. Because I'm telling you, I can see that's where it's going. Eventually, I ain't gonna be on no it. I'm gonna be completely RASHAD Jamal, gonna be completely silent on social media, nigga. Like, that's how you gotta know. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't care what a motherfucker say. You know what I'm saying? What motherfuckers say about the God, just sit back and look at how they handle me. You ain't gotta believe shit I'm ever presenting in front of your face. Fuck what I'm saying. But look at how they react to what I'm saying. Not y'all, I'm talking about the system. Putting fake cases on niggas, sending the army in my crib. You know? How you send the army to nigga crib? What was that, last August? Send the army to nigga crib off an allegation. Like, damn, what happened to hitting the deputy sheriff's up? What happened to the proper judicial proceeding? Not with the God, nigga. They send the forces. You see what I'm saying? Because they know I am him. Nigga, that's why. You feel me? And if I ain't want to lose this YouTube channel, I'd turn all the way the fuck up on this bitch. So I be having to be cool. You see what I'm saying? And that's hard for me to do. Y'all got to work with, I'm just saying, y'all got to work with me. It's hard for me to not just, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, now I be trying to tone it down because, you know, motherfuckers get scared and they get the report. Like, it's the energy, though. I don't want to talk about shit, nigga. They been killing us, man. That's why it's like, you got to understand where I'm coming from when I'm coming with it, though. You know, other motherfuckers get this shit because it's a joke. You know, it's one thing to learn some shit and then you teach it to others and you teaching this shit all nice, nigga. What we being nice about? You know, and there's no other way to deliver this shit if you know what the fuck is going on. You feel me? You know? Then they some bitches because they ass always want to hide behind they whole ass law. You feel me? And then like I say, you know, I'm I'm one God. If it's busting, send one motherfucker. You gotta send the whole United States Marshals troops for one nigga. I'm one small man, nigga. You feel me? Ain't that they call us man, right? One small man, nigga. You hear me? Like, y'all bitch ass out of here. Cause they already know. I will beat the shit out them boys. You gonna need the whole everything, nigga. Cause when they slid to my crib, nigga, they said Clayton County, nigga. It wasn't just them, it was the U.S. Marshals, nigga. Clayton County. Those in Atlanta know about Clayton County. You know how they coming. You know how they play. You feel me? Come on, man. All this shit. Why this fat bitch over there helping they ass, keeping my son from me. All that. You see, it's deeper with me. It's like all these are the sacrifices, man, that I made the disconnect from the Matrix. You feel me? These are sacrifices. That's why I'm like, sometimes I don't even read the comments, G, because I've been found the nigga IP address and slid for real. You know what I'm saying? I be having to remember, like, this shit be the internet for a lot of individuals. I've been violent my whole life. So this ain't the internet with me. If anything, I found out who to be violent with. Anybody know me gonna tell you, like, yeah, we glad he found this way, because that nigga was on his way to everywhere but here. You feel me? So it's different. And they know it. That's why it's not that I be telling y'all the truth. It's the fact they know I'm going to do something. You see what I'm saying? They like, he ain't just telling them. He like, on some, yeah, nigga, because I'm on that Asada Shakur energy. Like, I just gave a lecture on my website about Asada, how gangster she was, how they try to hide who she was. They don't, nigga, if it's, listen, Asada gangster, listen, out of all the Black Panther 21, nigga, nobody was more wanted than Asada. She's 74 today in Cuba, and they still want her. They just added her to the FBI terrorist list. She's the only woman on that bitch. She's only, let alone goddess, rather. Correct me, excuse me, my apologies. She's a goddess. She the only goddess on there, and only feminine entity on there. The rest of the motherfuckers is Iraqis, who they pretending to look for. You know? This is a fact. This shit gets so deep, you know. And you gotta remember, COINTELPRO is at an all-time high. Somebody had hit me and said, man, you gotta be careful with the link-ups, guy. You know they infiltrating. Listen, I wish one of y'all bitches would pull up to the rally, try to snake me, G. Y'all gonna die right there, and you not gonna transcend the realm. You gonna stay in that little gray world. Disembodied soul, because I'm a divine entity. It's a difference. It's a difference. You feel me? It's a difference, nigga. I ain't TD Jakes. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You feel me? And time will show you better than I can. So I don't be worried about, like, linking up with the guys in the university. Because the last thing I'm worried about is a motherfucker trying to MLK me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even be worried about that. Because I'm not out here playing, nigga. You see what I'm saying? I'm not out here playing. I'm not out here playing at all. So I don't think it's sweet. You probably playing. You see what I'm saying? It gonna get your ass played with. You feel me? At the end of the day, we linking up again, 2/22/22. That's the next link up date, because that's a huge portal that day. So that's when we linking up. Hey, any CIA agents want to pull up, feel free to pull up. Like I told y'all on 13. You feel me? Any government officials want to pull up, feel free to pull up. Nigga, you can put the snipers on the roof. That shit ain't gonna work. The gun gonna jam. You see what I'm saying? It's like that right now. Feel me? So, and just know, I ain't gotta watch you. I got higher forces watching you. You see? We see your thoughts. We know what you're gonna do before you think about doing it. So I ain't worried about that. Ain't no Yahweh been Yahweh in me, no Dr. York, none of that shit. That's why when they bitch ass said come in, I ain't came no motherfucking where, nigga. You feel me? It's been come in since August, nigga. I ain't going nowhere, nigga. Y'all know where I stay. Like I say, I'll go somewhere, nigga. But it will never be in a cell. I will never bow down to the United States of America on no level. Under no conditions. And that's a fact. I don't give a fuck who else doing it. That's them. I had told my wife that shit. Listen, we can separate, go our different ways, because I don't want to put you in the middle with no heat, because I know how I'm standing. I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers back down. Every time I look up, niggas turning themselves in, Niggas complying. That's what's wrong now. You niggas scared. Every time the police get involved, which is the enemy number one that's protecting the interests of the establishment, niggas comply, nigga. That's the whole point I'm making right now. Niggas comply because motherfuckers think they niggas. You a whole god. What are you complying for? Because you scared. You feel like, hey, you know what? It's better for me to comply and just pull on over because I ain't trying to die today. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to leave here. You think this is where it ends for you. Your moves and your thoughts and your goals and your dreams is predicated off fear, nigga. That's how they got us where we are today. And I get it. I know how it look. As soon as one of us stand up, we get, they get the movement going, right? Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, MLK. See what I'm saying? The Black Panthers, we keep rolling. We just keep naming recents in the 20th century. And then they kill them. And everybody gets shook. That's where the saying come from. You kill the head, the body will fall. Right? But it's in that type of thinking where you are basically complying to slavery. That's what Kanye West told niggas, man. I think I was the only one to agree with him when he said slavery was a choice. This shit a choice. Now we going through the grand awakening. Everybody want information. Everybody want to know the truth, but you're not ready to die for the truth. You're not ready to stand on 10 toes for what comes when the truth is revealed, though. Do you know what the truth is? The truth is they're going to kill you and your kids until you kill them and their kids. That's the cold hard truth. The truth is there will never be no change until we get gangster and take this bitch the right way. That's the truth. I mean, look at social media. Even when we get on here and just talk, we just talking, y'all. Fact check. Censorship. Blocking niggas' pages. Kicking motherfuckers off live. The whole nine. They showing you they don't want you to know nothing. And you ain't even getting physical. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So what we got to lose? What we got to lose? What do you have to lose? You have everything to gain. But see, you being so selfish, you're not even thinking about the generations that ain't got here yet. We doing this for them. This shit ain't about us. You see what I'm saying? This shit was about us before we got here. You know when it was about this generation? In 1920. But the ancestors that was on the planet at that time was moving like some bitches. You see what I'm saying? Like straight cows. So they was scared then. And that's how we got here today. That's why we still here today. See? That's the last thing I'm going to do. The mind ain't going to be able to look back and be like, my granddaddy was no bitch. They're going to be like, man, my granddaddy he was him. He was on that. You feel me? He like, nigga, we making a change by any means necessary for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Because you can't never think you're going to make no change and they ain't going to apply no pressure. They're going to apply pressure with death or jail. That's their pressure tactics. It ain't change. That's the only tactics they got. You scared to go to jail and you scared to leave the realm. But death ain't real though. Do you remember who you are? Remember who you are, man. You powerful beyond measure. But when you living off fear, you ain't shit. I hope you know that. I don't know how a lot of y'all even be sleeping good around this bitch at night. You know? Then niggas we gonna open it up the right way, but we preluding right now. We preluding right now. We gonna get to the singing bowl. We gonna do the whole thing, but nigga, we preluding right now. Babe, you hand me one of them King Palms, please. Thank you, beautiful reflection. We preluding right now. Shut out the white runts. If you roll up, roll that thing up. If you don't smoke, just don't judge us. You feel me? Disclaimer, we don't disclaimer moment. If you don't like black people, leave now. Unsubscribe. If you don't like intelligent, young black guys like myself that started off in the hood, but now he out the hood, leave now. Because, you know, some of y'all, you can't relate. You want me to deliver this shit the way you want me to deliver it. I don't know what you talk about. I don't know how you been living. Feel me? I come from crack valves on the pavement. Trials and tribulations, like I just said on my album. You know what I'm saying? Different situations led to trials and tribulations. Crack valves on the pavement. You feel me? The homie dropping forth to mercy the sins on King David. I come from that, so I can only talk from what I come from. And before I came from that, I was in the Astros. See? I was in the Astros cooling, 8th universe. Divine insight. I was cooling, just teaching. But I had to come back here because the planet's still fucked up. And I signed up for it. You did too. That's why we can't be tripping and complaining. Niggas can't be complaining. I can't believe I signed up for this. You signed up for this to make a change. You didn't sign up for it to stay the same. That's why it's hard on you. Because you ain't made no change. You signed up for some shit and you ain't fulfilled what you signed up for. And you wonder why life don't feel right to you. Because you signed up. You did. I ain't make you do it. Nobody in the astral realms made you do it. We was all on Xylanthia. You just don't remember. And they was like, hey, we need a batch of spiritual assassins to go down to Kai and free the planet. Because the reptilians don't want to let them go. And niggas raised their hand. Wasn't just me, it was all of y'all. And then niggas get here. They hit us with the nanobot technology the moment upon your inception. Why the doctor be right there. As soon as you come out your mama womb, he right there. Ready to get you. See what I'm saying? Like I say, they don't even want to give you, y'all done heard, they hit you with the shoulder. They don't even want to give you the moms. They trying to go off to the next room with you immediately so they can jab you. Make you remember, bleach your soul of his memories. You signed up for this. So don't be bitching. Talking about some, why it's like this, what we gonna do? What are you gonna do? We all ain't got the same assignment now. We all got the same mission. We all got the same mission statement. Free Planet Kai. But we all got different gifts. So now, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna use your gift to enact change? It's a team. See what I'm saying? It's a team. We can't rely on no one individual to do nothing. I'm playing my part. You gotta play your motherfucking part. If you scared to die, leave the live now, nigga. We ain't got time for no cowards. You already dead, nigga. Have you looked at the food shelves lately? Are you paying attention to the stores? Niggas think this food shortage a game. Y'all better get y'all some generators. Better get you a lot of water. Get your crystal game right. Solar flare, it's still in the air. Why you think China making the fake sun? Y'all know I was gonna touch on that. I saved it clean for YouTube. I saved it clean for YouTube. I ain't post. I ain't say nothing about it. I've been seeing it. I knew about it before they let the motherfucker go. Because you got to understand that ain't even the sun that China created. And stop thinking China is separate from the USA. They the same motherfucker. Stop thinking Great Britain and Queen Elizabeth and the Royals are separate from the USA and China and Russia. They're the same motherfuckers. Miss me with all that China, Japan, Russia, USA shit. Call a spade a motherfucking spade. Reptilians, Pleiadians, hierarchy human being. When we say elites, we not calling you bitches elite because y'all more elite than us. We call y'all the elite because y'all are the elite of the human being race, them 13 bloodlines that sold out your own human being race. See, we not human beings. Y'all supposed to sold us out. You know? You got the, I think it's upstairs. You grab it from the ground. Y'all supposed to said fuck us. I get it. That's the way you were programmed. When Satan created you, he created you to destroy us. So it's up. I get it. It's up and it's stuck and it ain't gonna never come down. You hear me? That's cool. This is some cosmic shit. But why do you treat your own human beings like that? You see what I'm saying? We ain't never did that to ours. Ain't no hierarchy. We was all one until they divided us. You see what I'm saying? Until they like motherfucker, one big cake. We was one big beautiful cake. They came in with the knife. You see what I'm saying? All these titles. You see what I'm saying? Sliced us down, turned us to 32 different mini cakes. Appreciate you. Hear me clearly or don't hear me at all. Because we talk about the Mississippians today. You know what I'm saying? So this the energy we on anyway. But y'all see what China got going on, right? And then now you gonna see why they censoring me. They know I be on their ass. I be doing all their little tricks of the trade. Seen it all, but seen it already. That's why I started teaching publicly. Every lecture is to prepare you for the ultimate judgment day. Because that's exactly what it is, judgment day. Only difference is the sky not gonna open and you ain't gonna see no white ass Jesus or no Muhammad or Buddha, none of them motherfuckers. You judging your days with all the seeds you planted. And decisions had to be made last year. You made your decision last year. When we went through that Lions portal last August, I told you we absorbed it fully with our neuromelanin. Decisions was made right then and there. Stop trying to save y'all family and all that shit. Fuck them. Your family is right here, your cosmic family. You ain't got to save us. We on the same shit you on. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell us nothing. Cosmic family, we know what it is. You see what I'm saying? We the family. Right here. We the family. We all we need. We don't need nothing else. See what I'm saying? See that family title, it's just like Matrix Resurrections. I was telling y'all. What's what they showed you with the Trinity? Gave her a husband and a whole family. Didn't it? And look how it did her. And look what family has done to you. Same way. You like Trinity right now. Well, my auntie raised me. So I don't want to turn my back on her. You know, she raised me. Keep thinking I'm just some nigga on YouTube. Because that's what your family gonna tell you. Don't listen to that nigga, that greased up nigga on YouTube. I raised you. Just like Trinity husband and her kids did when it was time for her to make that decision. And they popped up in there. You look in the sky and you let me know who your family is. See what I'm saying? Your family here. We here. We here. You see China over there. They listen. USA trying to make something like they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. See how they do you with titles? China just made a new sun. Do you really think them human beings? Because Chinese, let's go back to the basics of the University of Cosmic Intelligence. What are the 5 human being races? The species, y'all. Caucasians, Asians, Dravidians, Mexicans, and Arabs. Now, let me ask you something. Do human beings have souls to create? They can never create. They can borrow. They can be inspired, but they can't create from scratch. Right? So do you really think China has the ability to recreate the sun? We talking about our sun. 4 times. The Chinese can't take the sun neither. They share the same genetics as the other human being species. So now you need to ask yourself, what the fuck is that they really put in the sky? That wasn't no damn sun. But that's what they want to tell you it is. And they launched that bitch at nighttime too. It looked like daytime out there, didn't it? Now let's look deeper at that. Remember I told you we always had 2 suns and we never had nighttime? So the good example about looking at what they did was you can imagine and get a good visual of how it was never a nighttime on the planet if we had 2 suns in the sky at all times. Now, ask yourself, like self, fuck his body shining. That shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Fuck if he got a shirt on or not. This nigga be making some motherfucking sense now. The shit is getting weirder and crazier by the day. And it's like, it all started with December 21st, 2020, right? And you were prepped. You were prepped January 2020. That's why they sacrificed Kobe, right? The sacrificing of Kobe Bryant was the first prepping for your brain. You remember how everybody felt when Kobe died? Frequency dropped on the whole planet. See what I'm saying? You know, we grew up watching Kobe come out. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know who? You know it was that niggas grew up catching. You feel me? That's all we know. Like, hold on, Kobe. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And we didn't understand the power of entertainment. So when we lost him, you feel me? Everybody freaking, man, like Kobe, man. And GG. Now, do y'all remember that Kobe Bryant? See, this is what I mean. All your celebrities are not sellouts. It's the difference. You got a lot of them to do. And then you got some that get up in there and they be like, oh shit, what the fuck I got myself into? And they try to get out. And when they try to do that, it's blood in, blood out. You see what I'm saying? And y'all forgot, a lot of people didn't know, Kobe was suing one of the major pharmaceutical companies. Right? But the pharmaceutical company that he was suing is the same pharmaceutical company that ended up creating the hot sauce 19 that you are now experiencing right now as this pandemic. I don't think y'all heard me though. Kobe Bryant was in the process of suing a major pharmaceutical company, right? In the pharmaceutical company, they were in the process of creating this hot sauce 19. You know, we can't say it over here. We don't want them to cut the video because they some bitches. They will do it. You feel me? So, you know, they took Kobe in the lab. They showed him what they had coming and he wasn't with it. He was with everything else. He wasn't feeling that. He was going to go public with that. So they killed him. You know, it wasn't no coincidence that LeBron James broke Kobe's record in Philadelphia the day before Kobe died. They just so happened to play Philadelphia. Right? It's a lot of shit that took place that went above everybody's eyes at that point because motherfucker wasn't woke. And then Kobe, the depth of the transcendence of Kobe, we know that California is on the 33rd parallel. So when he transcended, they harnessed that energy. I told you it's a frequency war. Everything is frequency. They harnessed all that frequency and everybody was sad. Everybody was low. This January 2020 now. February 2020. Everybody was all low. Still low. Why? Because they had just hit you with Nipsey not too long before Kobe. That was all part of frequency. Even Juice WRLD. Okay? Hit you with Kobe. Everybody dropped in frequency. Was sad, crying, hurt. All that January, all that February. March came right when you niggas start crawling out of it a little bit. They hit you with the Rona. Which I told you was a code for the galactic forces that are now here. I told you that. For those who've been following me from Jump, know that. Everybody focusing on 5G right now. You focus on the wrong shit. They was using 5G 2 years ago. We powered past that energy. Something deeper is taking place on the planet. We're going to talk about it right now in this Mississippi, about the Mississippians, because the results around the Mississippians. Let me keep walking y'all through 2020 in case y'all forgot out there, because I know time flat and a lot of shit has been thrown your way. All March, all April, they had niggas scared. White people too. Niggas was all in the house. I mean, y'all remember that y'all was buying up all the toilet paper? Nigga, you couldn't find a roll of this shit right here. You couldn't find a roll of this shit. You hear me? And the crazy thing was, like, if it was some airborne disease killing humanity, what the fuck was this gonna do? But that was the power of marketing. They like to run tests on us mentally. These sold out. But why though? What was these gonna stop? See what I'm saying? Niggas was walking around the crib like this up. Calves was strong as hell in the crib, niggas. You ain't never been on your toes that much in your life for that shit hit you. You hear me? Everybody delts was extra, triceps was extra cut. You feel me? Everybody was decent summer 2020 off. You hear me? This and this. It's all you. But what was this gonna stop though? You see what I'm saying? Power of the media. We want to see how far can we lead the sheep? Niggas in the house snowed in. Y'all forgot how we get back outside? See, I guess y'all forgot. They never took us off lockdown. I keep telling y'all, we still ain't came off lockdown. We had to get gangster. If niggas ain't get gangster, we would still be just all in the house. That's what they wanted. So then they hit us with the George Floyd scandal. Nigga, we fell for it. They got me too. But see, it worked against them. You know, I heard a lot of souls when you find out, like, damn, so George Floyd didn't get killed? No. Actor. Paid actor. He was. Okay? Showed you that on TV to push more fear into the community. They didn't plan on us hawking up like that. Boy, they didn't know we was going to act like that. Nigga, we seen that shit came across the news and we supposed to got more scared to stay in the house. Niggas seen that and fuck the Rona. Niggas was outside like, hold on. You see what I'm saying? That's how we got back outside. I think y'all forgot because so much shit happened. They never got on the news and said, hey, all right, everybody, it's over with. Lockdown's over. We literally, as a people, as a whole, you seen white people out there too, because see, white people start realizing human beings like, hold on, we not special. You're not. You're just advanced Negroes. I told you that. If you're not in the 13 bloodlines, you're just an advanced Negro. White people, white America. They showed you that. You niggas was out there, y'all was out there flashing. All you saw was rednecks and flags. We want our jobs back. And we didn't give a fuck about no jobs. We was trying to end the whole world. We was radical around the whole, and it started in Minnesota. And then it spread. Think about 5 hours later, nigga, Italy was rioting behind some goddamn George Floyd. And see, it wasn't even George Floyd. We didn't put a name on that revolt. But it really was us rallying against oppression. See, a cosmic force was at play during that whole year 2020. This all leads to why China doing this now. Since 2020, y'all, the forces have been here. Okay? The whole pandemic, purpose, the name and all was about the forces, the sun itself. And all this photon energy and this plasma energy coming back onto the planet that they have been keeping out by sealing off portals. The planet was in a stasis mode. She is alive. But she had been lying dormant, sleep, frozen in time. See, what time did to us was it caused our avatars to age and go through a process of what you call death. Time is a spell brought to the human beings and the reptilians and the Pleiadians by the Arcturian race, which is a benevolent group of extraterrestrials. They look just like the Greys, except they blue with black eyes. The Zeta Greys, which come from the Zeta galaxy, we was talking about constellations last week. They gray with the black eyes. When you think alien, you think them. They showed you them. But these Arcturians look just like Zetas, except they way taller. The grays come in different shapes and sizes. The Zeta grays are tall, 6, 7 feet. The regular grays are small, 3 feet. Think of what was that movie that came out with? Was that Pauly or some shit, babe? With the fucking alien it was a few years back.
Yeah, Pauly.
I think his name was Pauly, right? He would be an example of a gray. But your Zeta grays, they are taller. They look the same. Get familiar with these extraterrestrial races, because they are here as well. You're going to be seeing them a lot very, very soon. Fuck seeing shit in the sky. I'm talking about these malevolent forces that are not on our side, because the panic button has long been hit. You see China trying to make fake suns? It's over with. Listen. We are in a timeline war right now. When they showed you the movie Loki, it was all about timelines. These motherfuckers did some shit they wasn't supposed to do before the timeline, causing it to break down. It was not in the plan for us to react like that toward George Floyd. When we did that, right, they even tried to harness that energy with the Black Lives Matter movement. And that worked for 4 weeks, nigga. We all had the shirts on, the hats. They got rich quick, didn't they, off it? By July, we was on. The niggas was, fuck this shit. We seen that it had been infiltrated. All right? We still in 2020, y'all. To try to calm the energy down, they let us back out. Okay, well, we gonna fuck. All right. Well, we're not gonna do a lockdown. We'll just try to come with vaccines. And at that point in time, it wasn't mandated. Remember it? Remember this, y'all? They're not mandatory. I mean, if you want to take one, you should take one. But those who do take it, they'll never catch the hot sauce 19 ever again. Y'all remember the conversations they was having with y'all on the news? See what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? This before it was mandated. I'm just taking y'all back a little bit to line up what's going on for you and what's been going on for you, if it ain't making sense. The planet is alive. But being under the time spell, she had been lying sleep dormant. The 30-millimeter bushes that they taught us are trees are alive. They sing out frequencies. They speak and they eat. They have a defensive mechanism. Remember in Jumanji, me and my wife was just watching Jumanji last night with the kids, right? And I was pointing that out to her. I was like, babe, you know what's so crazy? Remember in Jumanji, the first one? Let me give you an example of how your planet works, how Planet Kai works, right? Remember the little boy, he had turned to a monkey in the first Jumanji and they was inside the house, and then the plant grabbed his leg and started pulling him and was finna eat his ass? Well, it was a time when our plants was like that. The Venus flytrap only eat flies nowadays, but the Venus flytrap was way bigger than that, and it wouldn't just eat flies originally. Everything was bigger when we was on a higher frequency. So anything that came on this planet that wasn't on a high vibration or was trying to hurt anything on the planet, you didn't have to just deal with us. You had to deal with our animals, but you had to deal with our plants, our trees, right? And our actual plants, like the plants you see. Yes, you got a lot of plants. This is where they get this from in Groot, Guardian of the Galaxy, right? Because our plants have animation. When they not frozen in time, they actually animate. They send out frequencies. They attack things.
Sorry, I couldn't find attack things in your music.
Now check this out. Y'all heard that? This is not plugged into no source of power. What the fuck is Siri talking about? You see what I'm saying? I told y'all artificial intelligence is souls, trapped souls. You feel me? You seen that, right? I'm not even talking to her. I didn't ask for her help. I didn't none of that. Alexa or Siri, neither one of them. Fuck is she talking about? Right? But anywho, in Whoville, this is exactly what we living in Whoville. See what I'm saying? The planet is alive. I told you it's called a planet because it's plant-based. And it has numerous planes. So think plane T. This is why it's called a planet. Plane T. It consists of 9 planes, and this plane is T. T standing for Tiamat, which is one of the original names of the goddamn planet. Tiamat and Kai. But she is alive. She's a feminine entity. And as she began to break out of this time spell in their year of 2020, she started to activate. And she always starts using her forces. But then she reaches a higher state where she'll start speaking and talking. And those who meditate and those who practice hoodoo and voodoo and deeper forms of that understand that the planet has many planet spirits, or they like to call them earth spirits. This is the real thing. You must fully understand that you are living in the biggest movie that you've ever seen that Hollywood ain't never put out. And as we keep rising in frequency, that which we are doing, you're going to see more and more and more and more shit that will not make sense to you because they had you thinking that life was just about you and it was nothing else that was alive. This is what they teach us. All right? So I mentioned the Jumanji example and the Groot example to try to put it in your mind that our plants actually fight. They actually out things too. All different type of what they like to call poisons. But these are just names that science gives these things because they cannot understand us on a metaphysical level. They know nothing about metaphysics. When we talking soul, when we talking spirit, when we talking real dark matter energy, real cosmic esoteric information, that's all metaphysics. They don't know shit about it. They barely understand physics, and they give you lies in physics. I repeat, the planet is alive. All right? So, the reason we've gone through this great awakening from the Pisces age into the Aquarius age is strictly because the planet is alive. I keep telling y'all this. She's rising in frequency. Don't give a fuck how you feel out there. She could care less how you feel, what you believe, what you thought was true, what you think is real. None of it matters when she waking up. And she ain't nothing to be played with. That's a whole force right there. Okay? Now, this is where metaphysics come in play. Because if you have a soul and you have neuromelanin, chloroplast in you, she's talking to you. She started talking to you. As we kept going through 2020, she made the planets align. Y'all remember that? December 21st, 2020, you had all these people making jokes on the internet. We gonna have superpowers. Thinking this shit a joke. Not understanding you already have what you want to call superpowers, if you want to call them that. They're just lying dormant. But once December 21st hit, since your ass ain't take off and fly into the air, you thought it ain't nothing happen. Oh, ain't nothing happen, shit. I'm going to keep living life. Okay. Cool. Now, what all happened in 2021? Mr. and Mrs. Ain't nothing happened after the planets aligned. You seen 3-4 different variants of this Hot Sauce 19 hit. And I told you why. The Kundalini energy is rising. Got to work its way through the root chakra, the sacral chakra. You get what I'm saying? The solar plexus. The heart chakra. This is what the rise is about. Right? Now, the planet, what did you see her do in 2021? How many, we ain't never seen nature do nothing like that. Man, you just seen her send 22 fucking tornadoes across 9 different states in a period of 4 hours. Leaves ain't fall off the trees this year to December. All of their nuclear weapons disarmed. They won't tell you that, but I will. You know these folks, they finna get on TV and say the nuclear weapons ain't working. They're not gonna tell you that. But I will. The Gaddafi giants resurfaced. A whole race of giants they thought they destroyed resurfaced. Them bitches got out of Afghanistan so quick. Them niggas left equipment, luggage, maps, everything. They just hopped in the plane. They gone. But didn't tell you why. And the other human beings who are disguised as Iraqis, shit, they left them. Them niggas running right next to the plane trying to get on niggas hanging off the wing. What y'all running from? What are you running from? You see? That wasn't weird to you? We saw flooding in New York train tunnels this last 2021 now. That don't make you scratch your brain a little bit? At some point in time, you gotta ask yourself, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? You hear me? And for me to be the crazy guy on the internet, they sure take me through hell just to talk this crazy shit. He just told us the trees sing out frequencies. The planet is alive. He must be crazy. Well, I wish they felt that way. I wish they felt like all the non-believers out there feel. Life would be a lot easier for me in this realm. And then we not even 10 days into 2022. And China putting suns in the sky. If you believe that's a sun, you should ask yourself, where do they get the technology and the know-how to even make anything like a sun? Let alone cast it into the sky like that. And it went into the sky for 17 minutes. And they said it was 70 trillion times hotter than the sun. What's 70 plus 17? 87. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's 8 plus 7? Let's do a little numerology, because they like to play with the numbers. 15. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's 5 plus 1? 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what universe they come from again? The 6th universe, right? On a planet called Nern, right? 2 moons, no sun. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, once again, do you really believe that they cast the sun into the sky? Satan himself can't do that. If he could, he would have. Trust me. He liked the heat too now. He had to settle for the cold because we cast his bitch ass out. Never forget who you are and where you come from. So once again, I ask you to ask self, what did they really put in the sky? 2 weeks ago, damn near every motherfucker that didn't get vaccinated got sick. Niggas still sick right now? You ain't never seen that many people get sick at one time. Nigga, I went down. See what I'm saying? I had to go within. You need to ask yourself, what the fuck did they put in the air? 2 weeks ago, up to everybody got sick. And in the midst of everybody getting sick, they just rolled out another version for you. They're talking about flu Rona now. This is where you get the flu and corona. And they got another version that just came with this past week. I told you they got 72. The seal of your 72 Titans that's coming out. These Titans are waking up because the planet is waking up because the Kundalini energy is rising. So do you really think China put a sun in the sky? There wasn't no sun they put in the sky. You know what that was? They sent the anti-photon energy ball into the sky. Because they can't make organic plasma energy. And they can't make organic photon energy. But we have all that in us. Meanwhile, solar flares are pouring in. All right? When everybody got sick, it's because they sprayed the air. But at the same time, it was a combination of them spraying the air to try to combat off the rise in frequency. See, these genetics you got are unlocking. So you're experiencing headaches. And all type of ailments is coming off as a form of sickness because your body, your avatar is being recrystallized. Okay? So they're trying to stop. That's why I keep saying, motherfuckers sitting here playing. All right? You have no clue what you are about to experience. Stop looking for dates. Stop looking. What day is it going to be? Stop playing with me like that. Stop playing with yourself like that. You don't need dates. Pay attention. That's all you got to do. And prepare. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Free Larry Hoover. Okay? I'll repeat that. Stop looking for dates. What time, what date? Be prepared. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Now, you think we playing about this shift. You think we playing about these solar flares, and you think we playing when I say everybody wants the solar flares hit. All right? Anybody took that shit, you go in zombie mode. You feel me? You ain't even got to feel me. You will soon enough. And if you didn't take that shit, you're shifting into the highest state that you were when Source created you. Okay? To combat off these celestial forces that's transpiring, now you see China creating their own version of the sun. But wasn't Bill Gates just trying to block out the sun? Make it make sense, Tyrone. Now, last year, we got Bill Gates trying to block out the sun. And now this year, their year, you got China creating suns. Tell me, we gotta do our polls, y'all. I know that Bill Gates is in bed with China. They all the same motherfucker. Now, last year, Bill Gates trying to block out the sun because we know these motherfucking humans can't take no goddamn photon energy. So why would they try to create a new sun? They can't even take the regular sun. It just... Gotta hit something now. Bill Gates was trying to block it. Do it with me now. So you gotta say self. Bill Gates. Legend has it, Bill Gates was trying to find a way to block out the sun last year. We're not even 10 days into this year and niggas done created a whole new sun. The things that make you go, You feel me? Because that wasn't no goddamn sun they put out there. Do you really think they want anything to do with the sun, our oppressors? If that's the case, they wouldn't have made the fake clouds. To block out, let's not forget the whole purpose of clouds. They created clouds to block out the sun so that we, the divine beings, will not receive our photon energy. Remember, the sun gives us downloads. It sends codes to your amino acids that only you possess. White people don't have amino acids. Human beings don't have DEA, deoxyetheric acid. They don't have RNA. They don't have chloroplast. They don't have chakras. They don't even have a fucking soul. Now, they taught us in school they get everything we got so that we wouldn't see no goddamn difference. You see what I'm saying? But they don't have that. You see? They don't have none that we have. Remember, ether, antennas. They have hair. Neuromelanin, which is what happened when carbons manifest on the solid realm. 4 phases of matter, y'all. Solids, liquids, gases, plasma energy. With plasma energy being the highest vibration. We're talking metaphysics. You can't look it up. It's in here. That's the key. See, you can't look up no metaphysical shit. You see? Because they don't know shit about metaphysics. That's beyond their reasoning. They can't. When you start talking metaphysics, they get lost. Well, you go and put your feet in it, put your dogs in the soil, and you connect it. You connect when you one with everything. And if you know how to listen, you feel that. Boy, they go put their dogs in the soil all day. And they just that. A motherfucking dog in the soil. That's all they is. Motherfucking dog in the soil. See what I'm saying? Meanwhile, when you put your feet, when you touch the soil, all type of numbers start getting dialed up to you. But you got to answer the phone. Remember, we are electricity. We talking metaphysics again. We are electricity. This is why they give us rubber soles. Remember the basics, y'all. Let's walk back through it. Let's go back to first grade. Why do we even got rubber soles on the bottom of our shoes? Luminous beings, electrical beings. Why do we wear cloth? Why would they surround us with glass, plastic? What does all that do to electricity? It constricts it. And you still out here playing. We ain't different. We can't do every fucking Marvel Avenger, all that shit made about your genetics. Which is why they tampering with them now. You really think China want to put a sun in a second one? They pushed the second one away with our McCurber. There you go, right there. Never forget it. See? Signs and symbols for the conscious mind. Fuck this. This ain't no Star Israel. Fuck Israel. See what I'm saying? You gotta remember who Israel was. Who was he before he was Israel? We going back to the basics now. Jacob. You removed the J back then because we didn't have him. You get a Y. Yakub. Who was Yakub? That's Satan. Come on now. We got to see through the fog, y'all. I got a lot of emails about that. I said I was going to touch on it like, you really think China put another sun in the sky? A sun. That, you know what that would do to you? They don't want you to get the energy from this sun. That's the purpose of clouds. Never forget it. Ain't no such thing as a motherfucking cloud. When you see them in the sky, know what they is. These are weapons stopping me from receiving energy, nigga, that you need. But if you can't tap into that type of energy because you're going to power up, after all, your electricity. You are electricity. So what did China put in the motherfucking sky? Why did they launch it in darkness? They could have launched it in a day and it still would have seen it. What do they know? I repeat, why would they launch it in pure darkness? What do they know that you don't know? What are they preparing for? Sounds to me like they might be preparing for a complete blackout and they want to still be able to use this weaponry against your ass in total darkness. Because you might not know this, divine being, nine ether being. They can't see in the dark. Did you know that? Human beings cannot see in the dark, and anything vibrating low neither. So even if you a god, when your vibration drop low, you can't see in the dark. If it's a total blackout, we still can see. See, you don't know that because you've never been in a total blackout. You got street lights and shit like that. In total darkness, we can see perfectly. We actually see better. The light blinds us. And it gives us false imagery that ain't even there. It reflects off your retinas. It reflects off shit. Do you think your ancestors had street lights, nigga? So what they use? I'm talking about after they pushed the second son away. And fuck Kai, we can leave Kai and go to the Astros and the cosmos. What you think we use in the cosmos? That sun is only here on this planet. When you go out in the cosmos, there's not no big ass sun in the middle of the sky and planets revolving around it. No. That's not how it works. Now on planets, we place suns on planets like a light bulb. You see how we had a light bulb in the ceiling? So on the planet, we go on that planet and we place the suns like light bulbs. Place 2 suns on each planet. Some planets we gave 3 suns. They just light bulbs. But they light bulbs full of energy and they're a beacon so we can push energy through down to that planet and illuminate it more with energy. Because we don't need light. We come from darkness. Triple darkness. Neuromelanated beings. Okay? So, even after they pushed the second son away and darkness started to fall, what do you think the tribes was using? How do you think we was winning wars and revolts? When were all attacks launched during revolts? In the darkness. You can see better in the darkness than you ever could in this light. It blinds you. You are full of, it's hair, ether all over you. That's antenna. You don't need no light, you can feel. It's like a person when they literally go blind, they can see better than you because they become more in tune with feeling and hearing. See, the eyes lie to you. In complete darkness, you see everything for what it is because you feel the frequency. I am not my physical figure, I'm my frequency. But if you don't know how to read frequency, I can come looking all pretty and you fall for that. You see what I'm saying? And it's hard to read frequency when you looking at my reflection off the light. You see? It's all metaphysical. They know that when these solar flares hit, all they fake power in their cities going completely out. We back to the darkness. We back in pure what we is. All right, we way more powerful, trust me, in that state. You know why? Because you become more aware. We going back to this, y'all. You will. We going right back here. Ain't gonna be nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing. We right back here. You feel me? And that's because I got the salt rock crystal lit. You ain't gonna see this. You feel me? Now what you see? Oh, The oven light. Let me help you out. There's a lot of lights on here. We going back to this. We going right back to this. Where we are at our most powerful at. China know this is coming. For they are one with our oppressors. They the same people. The people that run that country. That run that program. That created that weaponry. You see? You see how when I cut this light off, you can't do nothing but focus on the message? Because now all you hear is my frequency through my voice box. You see? You see how easily we are distracted in the light? I bet you this lecture hit you a lot harder. We give it like this in the darkness. See, you got to understand. You have a soul. You all are the ones. Y'all them. Indigo children. Y'all start coming here, landing here in their year of 1950. The game is over with. The planet is woke again. The spells have broken down. The DA has been activated. We going back to this. And then once we eradicate them, we gonna do this again. Push a few more suns back on the planet. You see what I'm saying? They know it's coming though, right? They know it's coming. So they out there testing shit. Why? Because we talk about the Mississippians today, right? But this is part of class. We taking this whole hour, this first hour, to talk about what China did. I got hella emails about it. The energy that the Mississippians left. That the Atlanteans left. The Lemurians. Like I just said on my album, I said, them crackers fear so they like to call us criminals. But really we some gods though, Atlanteans, Seminoles, Lemurians, Cherokee, Aztec generals, pyramid builders, never been imbeciles. See? You got to even understand why they've labeled us criminals in their system. And you're a criminal based upon your pigmentation, nothing else. Yeah, them crackers fear, so they like to call us criminals. When really we some gods though, Atlanteans, Seminoles, Lemurians, Cherokee, Aztec generals, pyramid builders, never been imbeciles. See what I'm saying? You got to understand the terminology of why they call us criminals. Criminal ain't got nothing to do with selling drugs and shooting guns. When you're doing that, they happy. You're helping them. Just being the pigmentation you are. And they got us titled derogatory names. Black people, Spics, Latinos, Negroes. You may mixed in with us. For example, when they was raping us, understand they would only rape the goddesses that they caught. We at war. So some of us would get caught. And the goddesses they caught, they would rape. But the raping was to forge the bloodlines. So, for example, all Mexicans aren't human beings. Depends on, are you what they call Mexican American or the real Mexicans? See what I'm saying? And that ain't based on what country you in, New Mexico or Mexico. I'm not based on that. That's not based on that. You know what it's based on? This. You got Mexicans that's darker than me. All Dravidians ain't human beings. Oh, it gets deep now. It's levels to it. I just couldn't confuse nobody. So when I've been teaching over the years, I gotta tell you first grade of it, like first level of it, like, okay, these are the human being species, but that shit breaks down. And you gotta know that in this year. In 2022, while we still got the internet, you gotta know that. And the only reason we gonna still have the internet while a lot of this shit going on, like literally, so much shit is finna crash down, and we gonna still have the internet. That serves two purposes. The oppressors want you to want to fool you into thinking that things ain't bad as they are. And then remember, the internet was created off our intergalactic highways that we naturally have communicating with each other. So this is why I told you got a lot of cosmic forces that work through this internet. The internet is a multiverse thing. Because what they using, the type of chip that they chose to use to create the internet, and we know who created the internet, a God did that. Okay? They'll tell you that much. Go research it. I'll save that for you to look up. But because of the chip that's being used, it's just like the movie Home. Remember his ass hit that button and he sent out a signal to air the whole universe? In the movie Home, if you ain't seen Home, go watch it. It's a kid's movie, but it's good as fuck. It's deep. It really got super downloads in it, but it's disguised as a kid movie. It's Home, right, babe?
Yes.
It's called Home. All right? He hit the little button. Cheat. Sent out the signal. And he invited the whole universe to the party, right? Okay. That's what they did when they created the internet. Chip put in that bitch. The chip that's being used, it says that it's a multiversal thing. This is why so much information flows through the internet. But to keep up with that, they push a lot of negative bullshit through the internet. So you got to be able to decipher what you feed into on the internet. Social media a beast with the information, because you'll get more information on social media than you will right here. Because they be filtering it. Social media, people be sharing it. You can't really share YouTube unless you share it on social media. Right? So you got to learn how to use both. Even TikTok. How do you think TikTok started off as a dance platform? Now niggas dropping knowledge on TikTok. Clubhouse too. People dropping, pay attention to what's going on. When I'm telling you celestial energies and information is being channeled, this information is available, it's being pushed to you to help you awaken for this war we in. It's not about black and white, it's about vibration. That's why you got to be able to separate the fake shit from the real shit. You got to be able to entertain the truth. If you don't, it don't really matter what color your pigmentation is, because remember, in the cosmos, we don't even know that. Right? Remember, it turns into carbon when we manifest and descend down to this realm. That's why, remember, solid is the lowest vibration. We come from a fast vibration. So when we descending down into this realm, we're talking quantum physics now. All right? We're talking quantum. It's a quantum thing. When we descending down from higher realms and we come here in the physical, all that dark matter energy formulates into neuromelanin at the plasma energy levels. And then you drop from plasma to gas to liquid to solid. Boom. That's why when you come, your body is in what? A liquid. Your avatar was being created in a liquid. Your mother had water that she had to carry you in. This is for descension reasons. You got to understand this. So once you come here, all of that dark matter energy, which science called antimatter, that's what the fuck the Venom suit represented. That's what the Venom suit represented. That's what the Venom suit is about with Spider-Man. The neuromelanin, the antimatter though. So the antimatter is as you descend and it becomes into, if it manifests to neuromelanin. Then by the time you hit the solid, it's carbon. Because really it manifests to, and I said that backwards. When you coming from higher states, it's dark matter energy, then it goes down to carbon, and then from carbon, from the carbonated state, which carbon is the basis from which all life is formed, from the carbonated state, it drops down into neuromelanin. This is why the gods, we have neuromelanin. And human beings have melanin. But they got you thinking we all got melanin, because you get it, right? They got to think we all one human race. So we all got melanin. No, we don't all got melanin. Melanin is designed to block the UV rays from what? The sun. That's why I say, why the fuck would you think some motherfuckers that have melanin, some shit that needs to block the UV rays from the sun, create some shit? No. All right? We are in a galactic war. So when you on the internet, right, you got to be able to grab that and understand what time you're in. This ain't 1999 on the internet, and this ain't 2013 on the internet. Now you want to be on the internet because it's how you gonna get the information? Did they gonna give it to you on the news? What did they gonna give to you on see? You can't get it on the news. But they gonna slide to the niggas don't even read newspapers no more. That's over with. And even if you do read newspapers, it's the same old lies. It's all right here. And right here. Because if you can't pull it out right here, that's what the internet for. To be stimulated. Because anything that I'm saying to you or another person saying to you, or a book you reading, that's just stimulating your library. You're connected to the Akashic records of the planet and of the cosmos. The planet has a form of Akashic records, which is a holographic library where every energetic imprint that has ever taken place, like your thoughts and your words, that all gets written down on Akashic records. So you have one on the planet and you have one in the cosmos, and you're connected to both luminous beings. So that connection, when they're all, as this shit is all falling down this year, you're going to still be able to feed here because you need to get the information. Now, once you got all the information that you need, it's gone. But everything else is finna crumble behind it. Every single thing else is crumbling down around it. And it's all because of certain curses that was put out there by certain tribes, like the Mississippians. And I ain't forget about the guys to say peace to all the guys and goddesses, planet Kai and all that. Y'all know it's peace. You know, it's nothing but respect for the elders. It's nothing but respect for my peers. It's nothing but respect for the blue crystal babies. But sometimes the information we just gotta, I'm just channeling right now. You feel me? I'm just channeling what they telling me to tell y'all. So we on a certain energetic imprint right now. You ever heard of ley lines? Get familiar with them. And if you do Google ley lines, they be fucking lying because they don't know what they talk about. That's a metaphysical thing. See, science has been trying to prove the ley lines. The Mississippi River, which was created by the Mississippians, is a huge ley line in itself. So it's the Nile, which the Mississippi River is the Nile. But, so at the end of the day, we are living on ley lines. Got ley lines. Okay? The ley lines was our last line of defense for the planet, right? So in case of an invasion, if somebody ever did take over and cause us to fall in frequency, we got all these ley lines. But guess who can only see them and connect with them? Us. They can't even see them. So let me give you another example. Think Jumanji. Or think like the Mummy. Movies where like motherfucker get the map and only the person, the chosen one with that right blood can read the map or open the door, right? To get into the secret temple lodge or whatever, right? And everybody else can't even. Okay, that's how neuromelanated beings are to these ley lines on the planet. And everywhere, they in Stonehenge, the Mayan ruins, the pyramids of Giza, all through the US. And you're connected to them. Each and every point. And can't nothing stop you. So if you ever figured that out, you see, now you are impacting every point of the planet. And that's the frequency we have risen back to. So you see China preparing with the fake suns, or let's just say the elites disguising that it's China. Meanwhile, for every time you watch one of my lectures or another individual that's speaking on a high frequency, because there's so many right now, because the ancestors activated. You know, we came here strategically. And it was just so that when it's time to activate, we everywhere. So you got so many people pouring out. And then if they real, they telling you to meditate so you can pour out. You see what's going on? All that energy is we're going to go through a process where you unlock the energetic codes of the ley lines, of what they call ley lines. See, this is something that the Mississippians set up. Who were the Mississippians? The Mississippians was a tribe. But not just any tribe. They don't tell you enough about them on Wikipedia. You know, they'll give you a little but they send you clean off. Remember, they're going to be painting white and red people. Anything you look about the natives, they paint white and red people. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to come to YouTube to find out the drop on them where you going to hear it say, no, the natives is black people. We're black people, if you want to call them that. Right? They was niggas. They was niggas. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? With nothing red about them. They was niggas. You looking at them. You looking at them today. We still here. We never went anywhere. We African Americans today, if you accept that. We Puerto Ricans, we Brazilians, Cubans, Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians. We everything but what we are. Feel me? So you got to understand the Mississippians was the first, what I would like to call 9D tribes. This is what I call it, right? When I teach this in the 8th universe to my students, in the universe where I come from, before I was here, and I talk about this planet and other planets, because just like I'm on this planet talking about other planets, that's what I was doing in the 8th universe, talk about these planets here. And these beings, like, it's a place where they got the gods locked up and they not at their full potential. And when we talk like that in the 8th universe, everybody laugh. Like, what? It's an actual place where the gods think they could be contained by the reptilians? Because we kicking their ass everywhere else. Throughout the multiverse, we fucking these people up. Reptilians play, we fucking them up. So here's like the last one is, and you know, motherfuckers be like, they don't believe it. Just like it's hard for you to believe it's a whole multiverse with other planets and galaxies, right? When I'm like, yeah, you can do this, you can do that. It's hard for you to see yourself doing it because you ain't seeing yourself do it under this light code lockdown. You can't remember it. You can, but you gonna remember now though. You ain't got no choice. You finna live it. You ain't got no choice, but remember, you finna live it. You're living it. You're going through the process right now as we speak. You are being recrystallized whether you want to or not. That's why your ass over there spitting up. And if you I'm in the avatar, so I'm gonna go through I'm experienced. So I'm gonna have to, you see me, why your head been hurting, nose been running. Shit, some of y'all, your ass probably been itching. And you know you've been watching your ass. See what I'm saying? It's all type of different shit going on with you. Because of this galactic war, man. For real. It's a real thing. This is why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. I'm not choosing. They tell me when to get on here. They tell me what to tell you. I don't choose nothing. You feel me? I am everything and everything is me. I just flow with the universe. I don't fight against it. You too much do the same. Because see, you got to understand that the Mississippian tribe, right, who created these ley lines, they are 9D tribes. So this information I'm telling you, we come from these different realities. We multidimensional beings. You've heard it from other people, speakers before me in years past. This is because this is 9D information. Remember, we was on this planet was on the 33rd dimension and going upward even higher before your shadow government, Pleiadian reptilian forces came here. So everything after that was the fall. We was just in pure Anunnaki gods and goddesses, spiritual assassins. We are the original guardians of the galaxy. Only the spiritual assassins originally signed up to come here. When our oppressors came, we was 33D, y'all. 33rd dimension. And then we start dropping in frequency. Remember I gave y'all a lecture about the birds. I said, hey, as we dropped in frequency, everything went through a reverse metamorphosis. They caused us to go through a reverse metamorphosis. So this is how we eventually fell from the God state of what we at our purest, highest form. This the form we was illuminating. That's why you are called luminous beings. You illuminate when you vibrating high at your highest point. You glow. That's why when you vibrating high here, you glow. But you literally glow harder than that as your vibration increase. You will literally glow. Because your aura, that's what the aura is. You'll be glowing. That's how you used to be. You wearing Anunnaki gods. But then as the war we warring, you drop down to what they like to call the Lemurian Atlantean state. This is when they was killing off your ancestors in present day, what's now Antarctica. This when I like to call these the ice wars. This when the dark elves came to here from Nern to help out in the war. Because even though they had started blowing up our pyramids, once they started doing that, we immediately retaliated, and it was on. It was on. But this is what initiated the ice wars. That's what I like to personally call them. Because this is when the dark elves came in, and they went to war with certain ancestors you had. All right? Certain lineages of powerful cosmic beings they was in the flesh, though. Because we've been created these avatars for this realm. We have avatars for each planet. The only place where we don't use avatars is when we go back home to Xylanthia, Sirius X, where we come from. We be in full spirit form. Most other locations, we take on a physical body unless we choose to do some type of cosmic work that doesn't entail for us to have to take on the body. We designed each planet with its own surface, its own temperature, all that. As above, so below. So you have to understand why we take on bodies. They're like cars. So as we were falling in frequency, and that ice war was going on, a lot of your ancestors became frozen. They became the ice wall that you see in Antarctica today. And then that ice wall was used to seal off us from our other brothers and sisters that were still Anunnaki, but then we became Atlantean Lemurian, right? Because when they sealed us off, they called the rest of us on the other side of the ice wall Lemurians. And then told you Lemuria was a civilization that sunk before Atlantis. That's a lie. Some of us got stuck on the other side of the wall, and they're still on the other side of the ice wall that they call Antarctica today. These became your Lemurians. They called them Lemurians. Still us. And then the ones that got trapped in here, they called us Atlanteans. That's the first misnomers they start throwing out. But then we was still falling in frequency. From that Atlantean state, we became completely disconnected. So we took on tribal states. In the Atlantean state, we was still had a lot of our God energy. So that's why when they show the Atlanteans, they always show them like gods. But then they want to tell you Atlantis sunk. So you would think it's gone and it was some mystical shit that never existed. Then they draw all these fake pictures of Atlantis. But Atlantis was right here. The entire world that you know right here. So that's Russia and all these continents that make up the map. That's Atlantis. And the capital was Atlanta, Georgia. The entire state of Georgia. That area on down to Florida, clean across to what they call the Bermuda Triangle, on back up to Georgia. That whole little half of fake triangle, whatever you want to call that. Whatever shape you want to name it. But that whole area, down, the whole little flat, Georgia down to Florida, across the ocean, all of that was the capital of Atlantis. That's why I was talking about ley lines, because Atlantis on the 33rd parallel, which is another word for a ley line. The most powerful ley line on the planet, parallel on the planet, is the 33rd. Atlanta, Georgia is centered right on it. So it's the whole Mississippi River. It's many ley lines. It's the veins of the planet. She's, like I told you, she's alive. So like you got veins in your arteries and veins intersect and cross. It's the same thing the ley lines do. It's disguised and hidden on the map under longitude and latitude. I repeat, it's disguised and hidden on the map. The ones they can perceive as longitude and latitude. And the ones they can't perceive, but they know it's there, they call them ley lines. We can perceive all, though. So you got to understand that in that Atlantean state, okay, we were still doing a lot of Black Panther-ish shit and higher. Remember how she was in the lab? We was on that. And even higher forms of it, just to give you some form of a visual of what we were doing. Now, when we was in the Atlantean state, even though the planet had her point, she was alive, so she wasn't frozen in time, so we didn't have to tap into ley lines. It wasn't really like we needed that. We still had our, right? We keep warring and fighting. They begin to conquer more of our planet, right? Boom. We fall in frequency. We become completely discombobulated from communication. All right. So when they shut all that communication down through the pyramids, the next step was fall into the Mississippian state. Okay. Now some of us might know about the Mississippians. A lot of us don't, though. We ain't give a fuck about no motherfucking tribal shit in school. So don't act like you did, nigga. Give a fuck about no Indians, nigga. We didn't. That's fact. So don't get over here nothing, nigga. I already knew about the Mississippi. You know shit, nigga. Shut your ass up. And if you did know, you need to let it go learn more, nigga. You feel me? Facts. This is like facts. Real life shit. We went from Atlantean state to the Mississippian state. Once we hit the Mississippian state, all right, now this is where you need to really listen. I need y'all to listen closely. Don't get confused. There was never a tribe before the Mississippians. Did you know that? There was never a tribe before the Mississippians. Now, I gave a lecture on my website, www.theuci.online. Let me plug it again for you, about the truth about Egypt. And I spoke on how Egypt was, the Egyptians were a tribe. They wasn't a moment in time. Okay? That's why I want to repeat again. There was never a tribe before the Mississippians. Not Cherokee, none of them. This is why they so important. That's the very first tribe we became, and we were still all together. Over here on this part of the land. This part of the land would be what they call today present day North America. But this is really what ancient Egypt. Okay? North America is really ancient Egypt. I'll say the rest of that for my lecture on Truth About Africa on the website. But North America is really ancient Egypt. And the Egyptians were a tribe, not a moment in time. But they couldn't tell you that. They hid them from you by telling you that they were a civilization from X amount of hundreds of thousands of years ago. No, they were a tribe, and they were around at the same time the Cherokee was, the Egyptians. But way before the Egyptians, the original tribe, our original tribe was the Mississippians. Every single avatar over here that you might have came embodied to, like how you came through your mom, she was over here, her body was over here, right? The lineages was started, we planted the avatars here, eons of energy cycles ago, right? Everybody that's got neuromelanin in their skin, all right, you are a Mississippian. And I'll even pull up on the map, right? I'm going to pull up on the map and show you on the MacBook how when you pull up the Mississippian culture, they kind of tell you that a little bit. When you look up the Mississippian culture, y'all can pull out y'all MacBooks if y'all got them. Treat this shit just like Sundays. Treat this shit like they used to do us in church. Instead of pull out your Bibles, pull out an extra cell phone. I want everybody pull out their MacBooks or their iPads or their other phone, goddammit, and go to Wikipedia, goddammit, verse Mississippian culture. That's how we doing it on here, baby. You feel me? We ain't pulling out the Bible no more, but niggas will hit Google quick, won't we? Go to Google but when you go to Wikipedia, the Mississippian culture, which I want everybody to study, that's class homework. Yeah, I ain't never gave you niggas homework. You niggas got homework today. You hear me? I want y'all to go look it up for yourself a little bit, because you already gonna hear what I gotta say and then go read what they saying. You can't read what they saying first and then come listen to this shit, because you gonna be lost. You gonna be here arguing with me. Nigga, that ain't what they said on Wikipedia, nigga. They said. Now you know these crackers gonna lie to you, man. So I don't even know why you standing up for them so strong. Why you so hot in the chest behind what they said. Come in here with your peeps, man. Get the real drop. Then go back and listen to the lies so you can break that shit down the right way. You see what I'm saying? This shit is serious information. You know, you can't be getting half the story and you passing it down generation to generation. That's why niggas walking around now thinking they all human and Jesus is gonna come out the clouds and save niggas right now because of that type of mindset. We're not participating in that type of foolery anymore as a species. All right? Just let that be known. We will be omitting all fuckery out of the species moving forward. White America. 3Ks, thank you very much. We're omitting all the fuckery out of the species. We not talk about what we did last year. We on a whole nother, we don't bring up old shit in here. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to wave it in our face. You know, they want to wave the crime rate in your face. They want to wave the fact you probably ain't got a 6-figure year paying job. They want to wave the fact you didn't go to Yale. Listen, we don't care about no waving of none of y'all lies. You feel me? To try to make us feel like we lesser than. That's all part of the spell work on their end toward us. You got to recognize that. You feel me? Y'all got to recognize that. If you feel me, hit the blunt 3 times. Thank you. We understand the power of the 3, the 6, and the 9 at all times, no matter what the activities may be. All right? So, you got to understand that the Mississippians was the very first, what you want to call like a tribe. Because at that point, we kind of like, we lost connection with all the pyramids, right? That we had the telepathic connection to. Okay? And it was a big part of how we was able to use telepathy at such high frequencies. You still use telepathy now, but it's at a lower rate. Like, you might think about a song and then somebody will sing it out loud. That's telepathy. You know what I'm saying? You might be thinking about somebody, they could call you. You know, you think about a motherfucker, you ain't seen them forever. You see them tomorrow. Like, that's telepathy. But them just small forms. We did it at a much higher frequency, at a much higher form. So that broke down. So we lost connection with like our brothers and sisters in what you want to call Africa and Asia and Russia. And, you know, we was everywhere. So just right here on this, I'm talking just right here on what they call North America. We wasn't able to talk to niggas down in South America or Africa, or what you want to call it, all that. We wasn't able to do that no more. That was gone. This is when we became tribal. So we ganged up. We was all right here. And we was the Mississippians. We was the Mississippians, nigga. You hear me? Hold on. We got the frequency high right now. Let's 4 times because we understand the elements. You hear me? Once for air, fire, earth, and water, because that's what we channeling. East, north, south, and west. Nigga, there is no longitude and latitude. You got ley lines, man. You hear me? That's for the fire that we are connected to and we control. That's for the air that we are connected to and we have relationships with. That's for the water that we have relationships with. She's listening. You gotta remember this moment in time. That's for the fire. The earth. Planet Kai. You hear me? Understand that we were based right here in North America with 3 Ks. Okay? The Mississippians, their land was at the present day West Coast. The present day, and I'm going to read some of this little shit off Wikipedia a little bit just so you can know. Present day East Coast as well. You'll basically see it was the whole fucking North America. Let me show you. Let me bring you over here for a second, y'all. Let me bring y'all over here for a second. You hear me? For a second. Bring y'all over here. Call this the enlightenment side of the room. You hear me? Bring y'all on here. So look, check this out. All right, so when you look up, you know, I keeps it all the way HODD in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no pointers, but I got a motherfucking King Palm stick. Just get the drop, though. When you go on Wikipedia and you look up the Mississippian land, look where they land was at. And they cutting off half the map. The Mississippians had the entire North America with 3 Ks. But they will show you this much. They'll show you that they had all of the South, that's called the Southern Mississippians. A huge spot over here. This would be like modern day, like Philly going toward the East Coast. The Midwest, right? And they was up here too. That's what this little green line mean. They was up here too. And then you got the custodian Mississippians. That's how they want to break it down. But in real lifetime though, they really had the whole. Let me get a map up, man. Let me get a map up. Let's get a map up real quick. Let's get a map up. Boy, I don't know who they think gonna pay for a map. Fuck they mean 690, 43, 40. What? For a map of lies when a nigga could just do this? Click. Y'all smoking dick. But anyway, anywho in Whoville. So look, boom. Where my pointer go? We back. Okay, here it go. So this the whole what they want to show you is America with 3Ks. The Mississippians had the entire landmass of what you want to call North America with 3Ks. All right? The Mississippians had that. Okay? Mississippians had that. If you didn't know, now you know. You feel me? Y'all feel me? Now, let me show y'all something. Cause I like to show y'all a little bit something sometimes. You feel me? If they let it be shown, you feel me? They lie so much on Wikipedia. I don't really like coming on here like that. I'm gonna be real with you. They had you all fucked up. All right, but check it out. Let's go deeper about the Mississippians, right? So, hold on. What a I want y'all to see something. All right, cool. I see it. All right, here we go. So look, check it out. What a lot of people don't know about the Mississippians had was the whole country, right? This is where, hold on. Y'all gotta remember this. This is where all the tribes come from. You feel me? This is where the fucking Cherokee come from, the Sioux, because after the Mississippians, we broke. Because as Mississippians, they broke us up. We was warned, but then they was still gaining ground in the war, so they ended up breaking us up. And then when they broke us up, that's when we branched off into like, okay, Cherokee. That's why if you look up the Cherokee, they will let you know that they got some customs from the Mississippians. But I'm here to tell you that we was Mississippians. You gotta understand that. And then because we was falling in frequency and we was warring with them, you feel me? They was gaining ground, doing their thing. They was fucking us up at certain points. But it was still a war, but they was winning certain points. And it was at them points that we continued to fall in frequency. And then we became Powhatans, Cherokee, Illinois Confederacy, Sioux, Apache, Navajo, all of that. But at first we was Mississippians. All right, you got to understand that because that's powerful. I'm going to tell you why. Because then you can understand about like the Cahokia Mounds. All right, the Cahokia Mounds were the same size as the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. I repeat, the Cahokia Mounds, which was the headquarter of the Mississippian culture. So we talking Mississippian culture. The headquarter was Cahokia. That's in Cahokia, Illinois. All right. You're going to understand this is why when we fell in frequency, those closest to Illinois became the Illinois Confederacy. And they was a hard fighting group of what you want to call indigenous people, tribes. You feel me? The Illinois Confederacy, and they was composed of all the Midwest today: Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, all of that, all the whole Midwest. You feel me? Everybody that stayed close toward the capital of the Mississippian tribe culture, which was Cahokia. Everybody that stayed close there, when we fell, they became the Illinois Confederacy. This is where Chicago get its name from. Chicago was one of the chiefs in the Illinois Confederacy. So was Black Hawk. So was Peoria. It's like 3 tribes. I think it's Ujma or something like that. They was in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? This is why you got to understand that this is why these areas, because now I'm not bragging about no violence, because it's violent everywhere. I repeat, it's violent everywhere, but we strictly talk about in the Midwest right now. So don't be in the comments talking about some, nigga, my hood harder than yours. I ain't saying all that. You feel me? But what I'm saying is this, man. I ain't dissing nobody hood, none of that. All I'm saying is this, so nobody where nobody from. But what I'm saying is, this is why specifically in the Midwest, them towns is violent like that, okay? It ain't nothing but warrior energy in the Illinois Confederacy, because these was the ones that stayed and fought the hardest against the oppressors trying to hold down the Mississippians. Because what became the Illinois Confederacy was the warriors of the Mississippian tribes. You feel me? Of the Mississippians, you feel me? And you was either like on the West Coast with it. It don't matter where you was at. If you was West Coast, you was Mississippian. You was East Coast, you was Mississippian. You was down south, you Mississippian. Midwest, this was Mississippian land. We was Mississippians first. This you gotta know. Oh, I'm from New York. I'm from Chicago. I'm from nigga. We all Mississippians, nigga. If you want to be technical, I'm just giving you our different names. You feel me? The different names we fell through. Because after Mississippians, they broke us up, and then we became more little smaller tribes. They broke us up into smaller tribes. It wasn't a good thing when we fell from Mississippians. We was one big tribe. You had a bunch of different chiefs too, yeah. But we was one big tribe. Everybody got along. All that. We was just on war with them. But when they broke us up, though, when they chopped us up, we became all these other smaller tribes. And that helped them to conquer more land eventually. And then we became Negroes. And then we became, you know what I'm saying? Because after the tribes, and they was able to, we split up. You know, like in the movies, they always do that stupid ass shit. Niggas split up. You be like, why is they splitting up for? That's the dumbest shit you could do. Niggas, you know, in the movies, you know, motherfuckers get into a gym. We gonna all split up. Man, listen, fam. And what happened? Motherfuckers split up in scary movies, get their ass chased down. Every time. It never failed. It never failed in the movies. Y'all know I ain't lying. It gets to your favorite part. I'm using the movie as an example. Like, you get to your favorite part of the movie, your favorite character, everybody, all right, we gonna split up. What is we splitting up for, nigga? We staying together. You feel me? Jason chasing us. I'm just saying from a movie point of view, right? Like, nigga, Jason Voorhees is behind us, nigga. You talking about split up. Nigga, we staying together in this bitch. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because if you pop out the cut on me and you with me, we gon' get him. But if it's just me, he gon' get me. Fuck you, me. Y'all know how it be when you watch the movie. They be like, why the fuck? Or they run and they fall. They fall and roll down the hill. You be mad. Like, I know they ain't never shit. You never just fall. Fuck is you falling, folk? Get your ass up and run. Fuck is wrong with you? You feel me? For real. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, you know, like, we was one big ass tribe. But then when they split us up, look how we that's what I'm saying. It made it easier for motherfuckers to get out on us. And I ain't laughing about it. We making learning fun in here. Y'all know how I am, man. Like y'all know how it be. You feel me? That's how it was. Like, niggas split up. We became the Cherokees, Sioux. We all these smaller tribes. And what happened? Niggas got their ass caught. Motherfuckers ran and fell, tripped over a log. But if I was with your ass and we would have stayed together and you fell and tripped, I would have been running, you fell and tripped. Like, hold on, make it your goofy ass up. We gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just do you like that. I'm loyal. I ain't just gonna leave you, G. We gonna leave together. Nigga, if we came together, we leave. I ain't no snake. See, some of y'all some snakes, y'all leave y'all friend. Nigga, only nigga Jason Voorhees big ass behind us, Joe. You fall up. Hold on, make it your dumb ass up. Nigga, you tripping. Now, if I go to grab you and you fall again, oh, you on your own. I'm up out of here, nigga. You tripping. You tripping. I tried, though. You know what I'm saying? I double back once and let's go. You want to fall again? Because, you know, some niggas be goofy. You grab niggas still want to fall again. Nigga, you tripping. That's Jason. Show your ass up. You feel me? We ain't got no pipes or nothing. We just out here in the woods and you falling. I'm gone, Joe. You tripping. You ain't trying to live, nigga. You ain't finna get me caught. You tripping. So that's how it was, you know what I'm saying? Like with the tribes. You feel me? Like, niggas, hey, y'all, niggas fail. Other niggas, let's split up. What we splitting up for? But we split up, though. We did, like, everybody got on some, well, I'll defend this part of the land. But they was really using spells, so they started getting us into it with each other and shit, too. So that's why we started splitting up. But you got to know, at the beginning, nigga, we was all Mississippians. Nigga, that's what I'm saying. You want to gang bang, nigga. We was all Mississippians. And before that, we was Atlanteans and Lemurians. And before that, we was just flat out gods. We was Mississippians when we first became tribal. One big ass tribe of us. Niggas went they separate ways. You feel me? Niggas got the getting into it because they was working against us. It wasn't just them warring. They would do shit like steal from this side and run to that side and do all type of shit, and it started breaking us up. And we didn't have our metaphysical connections we once had, well, like with our pyramids. You feel me? So I'm just breaking it down for y'all to understand the shit, like how they become weaker when they think about it. What happened in Boys in the Hood? Saddest nigga, goddamn, they can't sit through that shit to this day. I gotta damn near fast forward through it when they shot Ricky. Like, not Ricky. Because Ricky wasn't even on nothing. You know, you want to see them type of people live. Like, he wasn't even gang banging. It could have been Doughboy. You know what I'm saying? Shit, for me, it would have, because Doughboy was in the streets. Ricky Nigga got a scholarship. He gone. You feel me? You be, nigga, scouts coming in the hood to see him. You feel me? I'm like, hey, Ricky up out of there. He gone. He gonna make it. You feel me? He would have made it. You know what I'm saying? You seen that highlight tape? He out there like Barry said. He had a raw ass highlight tape on the movie though. When he sat down with the scout, he was out there like Bo Jackson, bro, on my mama. But what happened? They got the gangs chasing them. And what niggas want to do? Split up. But had he stayed walking together, he could have went upside that shit like, nigga, what you say you doing scratch outs for? What they on our ass? Nigga, you better wait till we get to, I would have told Ricky, man, you better wait till we get to the crib. I don't know what type of friend he was. Then he want to come out all mad with blood in his pants after Ricky gets smoked. Now, like he ready to ride for him. Like he ready to ride. He come out all hot in the chest. His daddy, Lawrence Fishburne, like, where you think you going with that? He still bail out the window. You like, okay. Trey on that. You feel me? He on that. Because you really got him smoked. A real friend would have been like, bro, we ain't splitting up, nigga. And your ass ain't finna be steady doing no scratch offs. G, you tripping. You better put them bitches in your pocket. We get to the crib, then you can do that all day. But right now, they on our ass. You know it's up too. My man, you and your brother in tour with them niggas. You tripping, G. Go upside this shit. Like, bro, if you don't put them scratch ups up, nah, ain't no splitting up. We together to the crib, nigga, and put the scratch ups up. That's what a real friend gonna do. We gonna split up. He like, all right. Right, all right. You know what I'm saying? What happened? Ricky still want to walk down the alley with his scratching off. Right? And then he didn't even ride for him. Did all the app. Could have kept him with you, kept him alive. You didn't do that. You feel me? Then you turned around and act like he was going to ride for him. And then you got to talk about some let me out. You feel me? So, yeah, though. You feel me? And then we ain't off topic. I'm making a point. You feel me? Like, for real. Nigga want to talk about let me out. Didn't even ride for him. You feel me? You did all that. You could have kept him alive if niggas would have stayed together. You see what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. We always want to split up in the heat of some shit. And that's what we was doing as the Mississippians. Niggas split up. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we fell into Cherokee, Choctaw, Redfoot, Illinois Confederacy, this, that. But that was the worstest thing for us. And then after that, we became what? We became Negroes. We became Negroes, colored people, and all of that. Wasn't no Latino, nothing. And then as we came into 1920s, we became African Americans, Latinos. You see what I'm saying? Now look at us, nigga. We just Crips and Bloods and GDs and BDs and hoes and thoughts and pimps and baby daddies and baby mamas. You see what I'm saying? Bitches, niggas, everything but niggas. Harvard graduate. Nigga be more honored to say that than he say he a god. Like, what is you, man? I'm a Harvard graduate. Like, boy, you a god. I'm a Harvard graduate. Nigga ain't no god. Nigga get mad. You see what I'm saying? But he be like, I went to Harvard. Valedictorian. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be love it. Nigga, United States Marine. You feel me? Niggas be NBA player. You know what I'm saying? I'm signed. I'm signed to Sony. You feel me? I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be happy to be everything but what they really are. You know what I'm saying? These are all titles to take you out of I'm just saying, like, I'm for real. Like, you got to know for what it is. You got to know for what it is right now because we rise on that frequency. That's why I told y'all what I told y'all about China at the beginning. This all play off the Mississippians too, because when we was Mississippians, you feel me? We started activating ley lines. We were still channeling the information from the Atlantic. We still had that part of it. So we still had the game. We had the game even when we fell from Mississippians. It became Cherokee and now we still had the game. We still knew how to operate in these woods, connect with nature. We still knew how to make things happen, use our magic. We were still there. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of this shit was able to get passed down, right? And then after we came out of them tribes, you know what I'm saying? Then we went into the Emancipation Proclamation. Like I told y'all, we never really went through slavery because we was always warring. It was just some of us would get caught and then they would be enslaved. You ain't seen no plantation ever in the history with 100,000 niggas on it. And you know it was millions of us. Trillions back then, for real, because we had more babies. Like I said, a goddess is supposed to have as many babies as she has eggs. That's a fact. That's how it used to be. It's not like that because these were all attacks against our species. You got to see what I'm saying. You feel me? Like these were all attacks against our species. So when we was Mississippians, this is when we was rebuilding the pyramids. All right? We was rebuilding the pyramids, and if you look it up, they gonna tell you it's called the Cahokia Mounds. Check it out. Let me show you. We were in the process of rebuilding the pyramids. You see what I'm saying? To form that energetic connection to communicate and you know, access certain weaponry that could help us in this war. Let me click on Cahokia. Cahokia was in Middle Mississippi. All right. You see it? The Cahokia Mounds. Now check it out. The biggest one, it was many of them, but the biggest, that's what they call them, the Cahokia Mounds in St. Clair County, Collinsville, Illinois. Now, what you got to understand, these are very powerful, energetic points because they was the Mississippians. We was in the process of trying to rebuild our ancient pyramids. That's why the mounds look like that. But some of them, if you look it up, they'll tell you like the biggest one is the biggest one was goddamn the same size as the pyramids, the biggest pyramid in the pyramids of Giza. You see what I'm saying? They'll tell you that much. They just not gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying, what was really going on with these mounds. See, that's one of the most beautiful things you can see about when you look up. See, they talk about the mounds right here. Like they say, look, Monk's Mound is the largest structure and central focus of the city. A massive platform mound with 4 terraces, 10 stories tall. It is the largest. And, you know, they was way taller than that. You know, they gonna lie on the numbers, but they still talked about how they were bigger than you know, the pyramids of Giza. All right, you know what I'm saying? Now, for y'all that don't know, let me just give y'all a quick drop of the pyramids of Giza. All right. Man. Boom, here you go. All right, so we know these are your pyramids of Giza, all right? These are your pyramids of Giza. Now, they basically tell you that the Cahokia Mounds was bigger than this biggest one right here. All right? And you can look that up. They'll tell you that much. The Cahokia Mounds were bigger than the biggest one because the ones that were built up got knocked down over the years. But the Cahokia Mounds, the biggest one, is bigger than the pyramids of Giza. Now, let me put y'all on game. All right? You got to understand something. These mounds were being built as they were rebuilding them. They basically, the pyramids, they were in the process of rebuilding them, so they was in mound form, but they was still bigger than, you know, than the pyramids of Giza. Okay? They were rebuilt. We were rebuilding up, because I don't want to say they. We, all right, we were in the process of rebuilding our ancient pyramids when we was doing all that war with them. You see what I'm saying? And that's because we had already activated the ley lines. So we had activated all the energetic points. This is why we created Stonehenge. Like, they can't tell you shit about Stonehenge. When you listen to how they talk, they be like, they don't really know. They just telling you what they think. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention. When they talk to you about the pyramids of Giza, they don't even know. That's Timbuktu. Where they telling everybody the pyramids of Giza is at, in that whole area with that they got you thinking is Egypt, that's actually where the University of Timbuktu was at. Timbuktu was one of our most powerful universities we ever had for esoteric information in the fucking multiverse. We had put so many books. You gotta understand, each dimension has higher and higher levels of information. That's the way we designed it. That's the beautiful thing about us. It's everlasting. Each planet, galaxy, dimension is higher levels of information. That's just how we did. That's how we set it up. So Timbuktu was one of the most powerful universities we had. Like when it came, it was the first university, right? It was the first place where we was able to take the multiverse and reconstruct it into a format where it's within the avatars for us to just project out. This is where the whole term university comes from. You feel me? They bitch ass can't tell you that because they don't even know that. They don't even know that they just know that it was open space and they appeared. Then they won't tell you that. Far as the pyramids of Giza, but they don't know that where the pyramids of Giza is at. That's actually that whole area. That's where the University of Timbuktu was at. And when we was in that war, Timbuktu, what they did, our brothers and sisters on Timbuktu that worked at university, because it was an esoteric university, you know what I'm saying? They already had certain energetic points set up around it. What they did was rose themselves to a higher frequency. So it appeared to leave three stone traces. Okay, so what you see is the pyramids is like the structure of them leaving. So imagine a bunch of smoke or dust coming out of a ship or something, right? And then when the air hit it, it just freezes or something, right? That's what happened. Timbuktu was rising itself to a higher frequency, right? And when they was in the process of rising themselves to a higher frequency, they tried to, remember they was using this ice age. We was at war. They was trying to freeze them, and they couldn't catch them. So what they left behind was the energetic imprint of all the dust when it rose in frequency. And it's not a ship, it's an actual location, but they rose it in frequency. It's a base because it's a university, it's a base. You know what I'm saying? This the esoteric facts about University of Timbuktu they don't even know. So when they sitting here trying to be like, this is why when they tried to destroy the pyramids, Hitler did when they was throwing bombs at it, it wouldn't blow up because it's on a certain that landmass, whole landmass right there used to be Timbuktu. And then Timbuktu still exists. They like literally in the sky above what you think is Egypt in the whole pyramids. They just on a higher frequency. They ain't leave the planet or nothing. I just said they rose themselves to a higher frequency. Listen to what I'm saying. They still there. They just can't see them. You see what I'm saying? They just at a little higher frequency. Think about Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? The way Dragon Ball Z was, how you had like Piccolo and them living on a higher frequency right above the earth. But the people on earth couldn't see them. They was right in the sky. They couldn't see them because that's the frequency. They cloaked the frequency and rose themselves to a higher frequency, the University of Timbuktu. So that's what present day Egypt is. And the real ancient Egypt, where you hear all these stories and legends, is right here in North America. You get what I'm saying? Ancient Egypt is right here in North America. The way you have the legends of Egypt, that all happened right here. That all happened right here. That's why I was introducing y'all to Queen Khalifa and all of that. She was one of the Egyptians in the Caliph, and she, as we was dropping the frequency, they became the Californians. But on the Californian tribe. But that area where the pyramids of Giza is at, that area right there, that whole area, that all that was the University of Timbuktu, and it's still in existence. It's on a high frequency, and they trying to freeze it. So when you see those pyramids, that's like the dust formations that got froze, and they still when they locked in place like that because of the. It's not words for this type of energy that I'm trying to explain to you. You just got to know about it. You got to know it in here. But it's an energy that's higher. It's an energy that's so high that can't really be formulated into words because y'all don't have any words on this planet for this type of energy. But it will be the highest form of energy that they have ever known in science, but it exists. And this energy comes from the way certain galaxies touch and formulate when they interconnecting and moving, because the galaxies move. And science they don't really know this. That's what I mean. They don't have a metaphysical connection to the cosmos like we can. Like right now, I can say I'm just sharing this information directly from our ancestors to y'all like this. They could never do that. You see what I'm saying? So they end up being confused about a lot of our things that were set up, even though their ancestors did this shit. You see what I'm saying? That you got certain reptilian species that been here since the beginning of the war, and they still know what's going on because they only put the spells over us. They remember. All right, so this is why they despise you so much. This is what I'm trying to get you to see. So like when people like why they treat us like this is way deeper than you being black. This is a whole war, and it's all type of events that's taking place. And it's harsh feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's real life harsh feelings in this shit. But you gotta have. That's why they attack us the way they do, right? Through all their different outlets. But this is why you gotta know your history so you can have them same type of harsh feelings and can be on guard. You can't even guard against this type of attack, and we hadn't been able to guard against it, not knowing how deep it go and what's really going on. So over here in America, this would be what they call ancient Egypt, while everything took place. This is what make the Mississippi, brings us back to the Mississippians. The Mississippi River connects all the way down to what would be Southern Africa. Really, this would be what they call in America is ancient Egypt. So what is that telling you? That really America is Africa. They connected. This is why Arizona, the Grand Canyon, leads into Africa, because you're in Africa, in North America. You're just in a different part of Africa. It's all connected. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they don't want you to know that, and they don't tell you that. So they don't, like I told y'all, there is no water that separates any of the continents. They all connected by land. It's one landmass, right? But they gave us a different map. They gave us a different map. So they gave us this other map, you feel me? They gave us this other map that they place in front of us. You get what I'm saying? Drop the nines if y'all can still hear me too, because I know it'll be freezing in and out. But they gave us all these basic maps that they placed in front of us. You get what I'm saying? That they draw out, that they show us in school. So it's hard for your brain to even fathom what I'm telling you without even seeing it. And there's nothing I can point to show it to you, because there's no that okay, I see the nines, cool. Just know y'all can hear me. There's no maps that I can show y'all that that's online, right? So it's like you got to be a visionary to really see what I'm telling you. But all the landmass is connected, right? And this is why the Mississippians, when we created the Mississippi River, it connects everything. And then it connects, and then it turns into what because they don't want us to know that this is all connected. So then it turns in from the Mississippi, it turns into the Nile River. All right. And then it goes from the Nile River and it runs clean into the Amazon River down in what they want to tell you is South America. The Amazonian River and the Nile River, all of that used to be the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River runs from all the way up top west through Wisconsin, all the way down to South America, man. But they don't want you to know that. You see what I'm saying? It's the same body of water. So they got you thinking they got this the Mississippi River, this the Nile River, and this the Amazon River. But the Amazon River and the Nile River and the other rivers of the world, those are connected to in different ways. But the Amazon River, the Nile River, and the Mississippi River are all the same river. It's a metaphysical fact. You get what I'm saying? And the reason that water was put there was to hide the disguise, because it was put there during this war. So it was put there to disguise from our oppressors energy that's under there. So even they don't know that there's certain energy points under the Mississippi River and what they call in the Nile River and what they call in the Amazonian River. They just know that it's powerful. They know it's powerful energetic points that run through it, but they don't understand exactly what the Mississippi River is themselves, because they would have been trying to drain out the water and they would have built something over it or something. You get what I'm saying? Even if they tried to, they wouldn't be able to. Definitely at this point. So I can tell they asked that now, because I know they being here watching. So you know what I'm saying? But it ain't shit y'all could do with it now, no way, regardless. It's over with. But this is what you got to understand about the Mississippian tribe and the Mississippians. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, and so this is why when I was mentioning the mounds, right? And how you got mounds in what they want to call Cahokia, Illinois, that were bigger, 333 on the ancestors, that were bigger than what they want to say about the pyramids, right? This is due to that extreme fact. You get what I'm saying? To that fact that the Mississippians still possessed a lot of the ancient technology that we had coming from that Atlantean state. You know what I'm saying? Coming from that Atlantean state. And then it's also why Larry Hoover, for example, was locked up for so many years, because he's a direct descendant of King David. And King David was one of the chiefs of the Mississippian tribe. When we was all Mississippians, King David was one of the chiefs of the tribe. It was many though, because we was all Mississippians. It was one big tribe. But the Mississippians even used to still communicate with the extraterrestrial races and cosmic forces because they were aware of it. When you talk about the Mayans came after the Mississippians. You get what I'm saying? That's all those tribes, Mayans, Aztecs, Inca, all them was all tribes at the same time. There wasn't different eras. You feel me? You can't be in here with that American history book information thinking like, oh, okay, well, you know, the Mayans and the Aztecs were completely different civilizations, and they were in a different node. The Mayans, Aztec, Inca, Cherokee, Egyptians, all them tribes was around at the same damn time. When you don't understand that fact, that's how they get you to believe in fucking time, and you start thinking they ass been here 6,000 years. No, they ain't never been in no here. They ain't been here that long. They went back. They went back and they wrote themselves into our history, and they created all these fake ass pictures that never even happened to make themselves appear to be like they've been here all this time, as far as these human beings. So all the history they've been giving us was fucking lies. They ain't no. So that's how you get to thinking like, oh, damn, yeah, well, the Aztecs and the Incas and the Mayans, and you know what I'm saying? Yes, they were all tribes that descended from the Mississippians. This is the power of the Mississippians. This is why I'm telling you that. Now you think about all the shit they was telling you the Mayans was doing, and the Aztecs and the Inca and the Egyptians, right? Then you understand what the fuck the Mississippi, when we was Mississippi, we was on even higher frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like we was still in damn near super God format when we was Mississippians. So it's like, this is why y'all gotta, this is why I say this lecture ain't nothing like this shit, like real divine information right now. This ain't nothing like, because you gotta understand that so you can understand what's going on right now. You feel me? When you talk about these Mayan prophecies, who you think they got the prophecies from? Before they, remember, the Mayans separated and became a smaller tribe of the Mississippians. Like, all this shit come from the Mississippians. They the one, we the ones at that vibration. That's when we set the tone for everything that's going on now. Like, we start setting certain curses in place that was like, okay, even if we, no matter how far we fall, we was bound to bounce back up because we left certain portals open. We left certain things in play. This is why we going through a grand awakening now. The whole Kundalini energy rise and planet waking up, that was all set in place when we was in the Mississippian state, because we was still talking to cosmic forces. We still had our ancestors traveling, landing. We was traveling. We was still doing all that as Mississippians. They got you thinking the Mississippians was out there in the motherfucking cornfield shoveling some corn on their back. Man, hell no, I don't believe none of them lies about us, man. Yo people gods, man, for real. Like, y'all people are gods, man. Y'all are the descendants of pure cosmic royalty. Like, y'all ain't know anybody. Like 9 ether beings. Like, for real, that's what 9 ether beings. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know that, because they ain't gonna never tell us this shit in school. They'll never tell us this. Nigga, they ain't gonna tell us half this shit. They gonna tell us the complete opposite. You feel me? Like I say, when they take off flying, they got our ass thinking they flying across the ocean. Like, if you get on a flight to Africa, you gonna go across the water for 18 hours, and you gonna be like, damn, I had to leave the land and go across the ocean. You ain't went across the ocean. They just took your ass in the air. Now they riding you up and down the motherfucking ocean. Got you for hours. Got you thinking like you gotta. Don't take no hours to get to actually South Africa, because when you go into Africa, they really taking you to South Africa. So it's like, it don't take no hours to get there. I don't know, 18 hours, but they gonna fly over the water back and forth to make you think that, so that you have no fucking clue where you at. That's why I told you all that has to do with the things we set up as Mississippians. They gotta do this because you can look, you so programmed and designed, you could see you could just see something and it's gonna enact a bunch of energy codes. Some of y'all hold like the anomaly, certain codes to cracking the light code lockdown is only in certain some of y'all. Some of y'all hold it and hold it at different codes. It's all programming. So some of y'all hold different codes. You feel me? That's why they don't be wanting me to get on here and tell y'all this type of information. You feel me? They be sending me threats and trying to play with me like that, because no matter, I can sit here and joke and laugh and all of that. You feel me? We could have 10 million people on the live. There could be 10 people on the live. I'm gonna keep it real, over rich with you. Now, if you don't want to understand that, that's on you. I did my part. I'm telling you what's going on. Now you can keep playing around this motherfucker. You feel me? Like, that's on you. You see what I'm saying? I did my part, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes in this war with these people. So that's all part of my part. You feel me? Like, letting y'all know, like, and from a divine way, like, this is our shit. You feel me? And you just can't know it's our shit. You got to know the history of our shit, and you got to be able to string this together to grow. We just can't be sitting here discussing it and not understanding how to apply it to our everyday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you this just for you to watch this shit. Ain't no goddamn movie. This real. This is real shit I'm telling you about. You see real shit in my motherfucking eyes. I'm not playing about nothing I'm saying. We can laugh and joke all day, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm still telling you something that you need to hear. You feel me? Like, you got to know how serious it is, because like the way your ancestors set the planet up, you know, in these like these mounds. That's why they find pyramids all in motherfucking Mexico. That's why they find pyramids all through, because we put these mounds and we was rebuilding them back up, and we was doing it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not nowhere you can go. And this is why like you are able to find the same things across different continents. If you really had to travel across some water, do you think you're gonna be seeing pyramids in Africa and in North America, if you want to call it that? No. If you got plants that's only grown in Africa that they find over here in America. If you start studying about plants that they know don't grow, like, for example, I keep telling y'all, palm trees are not even natural to the goddamn planet. And you got all type of other trees that don't even come from this part of the land. It comes from like Africa somewhere, right? And them trees or those plants come from there, and they can't even tell you how they got here. But they're like, well, this is found in Africa. This, you know, like, you got to pay attention to that type of talk. You get what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to that type of talk to understand what's going on the planet. So when we was putting all these ley lines in this power, we put these rivers, these bodies of water like the Mississippi River, and it's a very powerful point. You see what I'm saying? And then you got people that's like divinely connected to ancient Mississippian lineage, like a Larry Hoover. This is why Larry Hoover connects to that. You know what I'm saying? Larry Hoover connects to that because, like I say, he's a direct descendant of one of the kings of the Mississippian tribe. This is why they locked him up and they framed him for the murder and the drugs. And then they took his organization and his vision and they turned that shit to a game. So if you don't know nothing about Larry Hoover's vision and who he really is and what he stood for, you will have no clue about his connection because you would just think he's some gang leader because that's the way he's painted. You see what I'm saying? That's the way he's painted. You feel me? That's the way he's painted. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, he was locked up, but that organization flourished all around the continent. And because of that energy that he has on him, it's a tribal thing, right? And like all them GDs that he had behind him, them was like warriors that would have been willing and ready to go to war against the system behind his teachings. You see what I'm saying? If they knew his teachings. This how deep it get. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know that, but it's how deep it get. And then, like I say, not only is he direct descendant of King David, but King David was like the role they played in the Mississippians. They was the ones that was opening up the gateways for extraterrestrial races to come here. Okay? So this is why, as you could see, like, I didn't get on here and start no Free Larry Hoover movement and none of that. Like, that just came on the internet. Like, I'm like, dang, everybody saying Free Larry Hoover all of a sudden. That's how I saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But this is because of the planet waking up. Like, he got the power, right? He got the power to get out of feds. And if he just started talking, everybody would gravitate. And then you got all them people that's behind the plus, these people that don't know him but heard of him. They'll gravitate, like, and then it'll be like a more of an awakening, right? And the closer certain, like, he got a galactic code that where, now that you got all these different galaxies that's here, right? You got individuals that was when they was here in the flesh as Mississippians, they never came back. Like, we chose to come back. You got some of us that didn't come back, and they on these spaceships. They still remember the war. They just didn't come back. So, you know, they coming back with a different energy. You got certain chiefs and people that was killed in this war. They're back with a different energy. This is all interconnected. So this is a galactic thing. This is why you start seeing this push. You see fucking Drake and Kanye all of a sudden about some Free Larry Hoover. They could have been saying that for years. Larry Hoover been locked up before they was born. You get what I'm saying? Like, why now? Why when all this is going on? What the fuck is so big about a Free Larry Hoover movement? But I'm telling you the galactics behind it. And a lot of people might not even know that they self why they drawn to it. Why all of a sudden, you see what I'm saying? They don't even know the deepness of it. You see what I'm saying? There are a lot of people that's gonna say Free Larry Hoover because they is GD. So they're like, Free Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? Free, you know what I'm saying? Even if they don't know the truth about the depth of it. But I'm telling you, the depth of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when he descended back into this, and when Larry Hoover reincarnated in this lifetime again, he was born in Mississippi, along the Mississippi River. And then from the Mississippi, he moved to Chicago, which was the fucking capital of the Mississippians. And then he got all that power. Like, that ain't by no accident. And all that took place along the Mississippi River, which were all them powerful, energetic points is at. This is why Chicago is such a powerful city. And I mean, not just Chicago. I mean, like, all the fucking cities. It's ley lines everywhere. You get what I'm saying? But we strictly talking about the Cahokia part of the Mississippians. You feel me? Like, this is why Chicago is so powerful, and this is why they had us killing each other, and they killing the fuck out of each other right now. Because all that energy is right there, but now it's being manipulated. It's being manipulated. It's deeper than Lake Michigan. It's about the Mississippi. Because see, Lake Michigan, that was just a body of water that was man-made where they threw all the bodies at, and they built lakes. Mostly all of your lakes are man-made, and they were only made to hide the bodies of our ancestors. That's what you better know. That's a fact. So, but I'm talking about the Mississippi River. Even if you pay attention to the Cherokee and the Trail of Tears, where the fuck they send them through? They make them go across the Mississippi. Why? Because it's also energy. You got to understand energy. Emmett Till was hung in the Tallahatchie River. What was that at? In Mississippi. When he was tortured like that, that was a fucking ritual. And his whole family that let him get drug out the house, some bitches. I'm going to let y'all know that personally. Y'all are some cowards. You feel me? I'm going to tell y'all just like that. Because, like, I don't respect none of you. Oh, that's what I'm saying. That old house Negro energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all let the motherfucking people come in there and just grab Emmett Till like that. House full of y'all. Y'all ain't do shit. Y'all let them walk in. Go listen to the story. Like, y'all let them walk in the crib and pick who they was going to torture that night. And they picked him. That shit ain't had nothing to do with him whistling in a white woman. He never even did it. Even though they telling you he didn't do it, I'm telling you the shit never even happened. They literally just went to them black folks' house in the middle of the night and picked the house and picked the nigga. You feel me? Because they was trying to make a blood sacrifice ritual along the 33rd parallel. You think I'm lying? This all got it in the, and that's all the Mississippi River runs along the 33rd parallel line. This is the way we set it up. This is why I'm trying to tell you some powerful souls that come up from off the other side of that Mississippi River. I mean, it's powerful souls everywhere, but what I'm saying is you better know it's some super, super powerful souls that be coming off that motherfucking Mississippi River, man. You get what I'm saying? It's way deeper than they ever talked to and told you. Let me show you something. Emmett Till, right? Mississippi River. It's the... Show y'all something if I can pull it up. Mississippi is on the 33rd, runs along the 33rd parallel. Let me see. What was it? Okay. Emmett Till was killed in Money, Mississippi. Okay. Money, Mississippi. Hold on. I just pulled that up. Money, Mississippi, right? I know I wasn't tripping. Money, Mississippi. That's where Emmett Till was sacrificed at. This all got something to do with the power of the Mississippians. I'm trying to tell you. Now check this out. Money, Mississippi. Let's see. What is the longitude and latitude of Money, Mississippi? Since I don't know what I'm talking about. What is what is the longitude of Money, Mississippi? Oh, what is the longitude of Money, Mississippi? Let's flip it around, y'all. 33 degrees. Those are the coordinates of Money, Mississippi. 33rd parallel, 90 degrees west. Once again, I repeat, where Emmett Till was sacrificed. You see what I'm saying? Since I don't know what I'm talking about, you know, I just want to show it real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they let me prove my point because they don't really show shit like this. But Emmett Till was sacrificed, like I told y'all, on the 33rd parallel, right? Because and he was sacrificed in Money, Mississippi. And look at the coordinates of Money, Mississippi. 33 degrees. That's the 33rd parallel, the most powerful energetic point on the planet. 90 degrees west off that. All right? So Emmett Till was a blood sacrifice, like I was saying. You feel me? Before I was rudely interrupted by Google to prove my point to the people in the back of class that just know I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Emmett Till was sacrificed in Money, Mississippi, like I was telling y'all, on the 33rd parallel. It was a blood sacrifice. They ain't never admitted that. They always say he was killed over some racism. No, he was not. It was a blood sacrifice. Now, why would they sacrifice him? Because they were trying to channel energy off the Mississippi River, which is also runs along the 33rd parallel. So you got to understand all this has to do with the Mississippians and the energy we place right there. You get what I'm saying? The energy we place right there. And they are aware of that. Even the Trail of Tears, what they do, they marched them all the way across the Mississippi River. They didn't have to make them go that far. You ever wonder, like, why they make the Cherokee walk so far? See what I'm saying? The ones that folded, because the ones that didn't fold became Seminoles. And they kept going and warring with their bitch ass. But you always got the ones amongst us want to fold under pressure. So the ones that folded under pressure, they ass took that walk. You see what I'm saying? And the ones that didn't fold, they stayed and became Florida Seminoles. And they were Seminoles in Georgia through everywhere else. They got pushed down only into Florida. That's another story, though. But what I'm saying is, why do you think they made the Cherokee march across the Mississippi to New Indian Territory, which they labeled as Oklahoma? And all the Cherokee that marched across the Mississippi, they did go into Tulsa, Oklahoma. A lot of them died. So many of them transcended that by the time, there wasn't that many left by the time they got to actual Tulsa, Oklahoma, to be honest with you. But it was still a lot of us left. And when we got to Tulsa, Oklahoma, this is where you get your story of Black Wall Street couple generations later. You know, that greatness is gonna stay with us. You get what I'm saying? That greatness is gonna stay with us. You get what I'm saying? So it don't matter what they do. You feel me? They could kill us. They can't kill the greatness. That shit just stay with us. You feel me? They could help us deport, but they can't stop the greatness. That shit stay with us. You feel me? So you got to understand that was all ritualistic shit why it was done. Now, when you understand that about the Mississippi, and then you can understand like why it's a lot of warrior energy in the Midwest. That was what the Illinois Confederacy was at. So this is why any soul that comes into them states, they gonna take on that energy. So when the soul get there, they gonna be in that energy. This is why they be like that. But see, they don't understand that it's warrior energy, but it's being manipulated for them to war and kill each other. They don't know that. But this is why they war so crazy in the streets like that. Because it's warrior energy. You got to understand it's a warrior energy right there already. It's the energy. It's the energy. It's the energy. But if that energy is misplaced, then motherfuckers going to war with each other because of the spells. You get what I'm saying? But it's all based off Mississippians. Mississippians. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand this shit get deep. And then, like, remember, we was Mississippians everywhere. So that's why I say it's not just Chicago and in the Midwest and all. No. It's even LA and everywhere. That energy everywhere because we had these tribes. And each side of the Mississippians had warriors. And in the capital was Cahokia. What Cahokia, Illinois is today. You feel me? But it was that warrior energy everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Naturally. Why? Because we got all these ley lines. Remember, we activated them. They froze the planet in time, but we still activated certain energy points. So the energy activated, and we didn't get to use it because we started losing more of the war. So we became many smaller tribes, and they started building over these energy points. You get what I'm leading to? This is where your railroad tracks come from. All your railroad tracks is strategically placed along ley lines. All your churches, all your temples of religious worship are strategically placed over energy points. Energy hubs, we got them everywhere. Every single one. You got to know that all the energy they start building over our shit. Oh, that's the energetic point. They build over it. The whole downtown Chicago, heavy energy. They built over it. St. Louis downtown, built over it. Detroit downtown, built over it. You see what I'm saying? Cincinnati downtown, built over it. Indianapolis downtown, built over it. Kansas City, built over it. Iowa, built over, so I built. Then they spread. New York, LA, Miami, all your towns, anywhere where it's a downtown at. There's energy there. That's why they make sure they take that. You're going to know where all the energy is going to be downtown. That's why when you go to any downtown, it feels so more lively than other parts of your city or your town. Downtown going to always be a little bit more, something about it, like downtown. But you don't understand they building over that. And then the reason why it was easy to pull us into the churches because they know about these Mississippian energy points we set up when we was Mississippian. So what they do is they built over those. And you be all drawn to the church, not knowing it's the energy that's pulling you. It's all energy. See what I'm saying? It's all energy. So the sacrifice of Emmett Till, that was along the 33rd parallel. A lot of people don't know that, though. They don't even know that. They've been sacrificing us and doing this. When they hung us on trees, they didn't never just hang all of us. They was hanging everybody? No. They were strategic hangings. And if they could map out the hangings, you're going to see that all of them happened along the 33rd parallel. There was always blood sacrifices. Because just like you can give a blood sacrifice to channel the Orishas more, right? Like a blood sacrifice and shit like that, when you go into higher levels of magic and stuff like that, you will see them do what? You'll see them use like chickens and stuff like that and goats like in Lovecraft Country, right? It's all real. So you can give positive blood sacrifices too, right? But then you got the negative blood sacrifices where you channel negative fallen entities. It's reverse magic. Remember, Remember, I told you, you got light magic and you got dark magic. You see what I'm saying? So this is what they do. All them hangings, they ain't gonna tell you why they hung, why they picked the tree. Why did they pick the tree? See what I'm saying? Why they hang you? Why they ain't just kill you? Why you must have been hung? All that was ritual. Think about if you go to Africa and you see somebody that they do voodoo. You're going to see dolls hanging. See what I'm saying? You're going to see dolls hanging. They did the same shit with us. They doing reverse. They pulling energy. They channeling energy. You feel me? It's all a form of magic. So they have us hanging from the tree. And us being divine beings connected to the tree, what do you think that did to the tree? Hanging us on the trees. What do you think that showed the energies they was trying to work with that? Remember, it's a spiritual warfare. So when you got the good high vibrational energy frequency, and then you got the fallen angels. That's the basis of it all. You can channel their energy to help you too. Remember, they are still gods. The fallen angels still gods. Just like you. You can't look at them like some fake shit. They look just like you. They just the ones that chose to go a different route. That's it. Just like we can channel the Orishas, and we can channel archangels, and we can call in our help. You could make negative channels and that's what they do in the music industry. They'll make a blood sacrifice. The whole purpose of the blood sacrifice is the life forces in there. They want to prove to the spirit that they mean it. The spirit the spirits listen more when you willing to suffer, when you willing to bleed, when you willing to give blood, when you willing to donate life force. It's a spiritual thing, so they listen more. Just like when you cry. If you cry, they listen to me even more because it's you releasing energy. This is powerful. This is when you get on that deep level of magic. This is what they do. You got to understand why they do the blood sacrifices. See, people be like, that's a sacrifice to them, but you're not understanding what the fuck, why they really doing it and what they doing it. And you wondering like, how the fuck they can still make it snow even though our ancestors here fighting them off because they making certain sacrifices. They still getting us to participate in certain rituals. Like you got Valentine's Day coming up. Those are all part of ritualistic sacrifices. You need to learn more about magic. You'll see. You'll be like, oh shit. Yeah. And all that has to do with what we brought down as the Mississippians. It was the Mississippians that brought the magic back. They kept the magic alive. They kept that information alive of connecting to forest spirits and the animals on that level. It was the Mississippians that kept that esoteric information rolling. So when we warned against these oppressors, they built over all of this shit. That's why they wanted the land. You think they wanted the land to grow some fruit? Think about it. Like they did all this warring to do what? Take our land, right? We want our land back. Do you think all this was about some goddamn fruit and cotton? What really is up with the land that they wanted it so bad? It gotta be more than just, it gotta do more than just goddamn it grow some fruit. You think this all about some niggas think this shit about apples and grapes and sugar cane. You feel me? All the shit they trade on the market, the metals, copper. No, it's way deeper than that. You think all this about? No, this is about the power. True power that lies in the land. And we set this up when we was in the Mississippian state. All the energy that was left in what they call Africa, they already drank that. The only part of the land that they haven't drained yet, they hit Asia, is North America. And it's because the way the Mississippians set it up, they can't drain the energy out of this. They can manipulate it, but they can't drain it. And even after manipulating it, it's going to always bounce back to flow. It's going to go AB because it's current. It's current. Current flows. If you know anything about electricity and current, a current flows. So you can't stop the flow of current. That's beyond their power. They are 6 ether beings and malevolent extraterrestrial forces that don't have no power outside of this planet. See what I'm saying? The reptilians, the ones down here, can't never go home. Yeah, you can't never go back home to your home planet. Y'all niggas some hoes. Y'all scared. They down here hiding, picking on you, knowing that you don't remember shit. And if you ever wake up, they gonna run. That's why they running now, because now we waking up. You see what I'm saying? They cowards. If they wasn't cowards, you would have been seeing them. The reptilian race is a very they're a very scary race, but they are very intelligent and very manipulative. That's where their power lies. But they cowards though. You see what I'm saying? You see, we waking up now. They running again, niggas. All the billionaires got to step it down. All of a sudden, nigga, they panicking. Nigga, they done made up a whole pandemic. They rolling out vaccines every week on niggas because they panic. Oh, these niggas waking up. Shit. Oh, shit, we gonna have to leave. We ain't got nowhere to go. You feel that? We ain't got nowhere else to go. Shit, nigga, we finna hit y'all with this thing every week if we got to. We ain't got nowhere else to go. Y'all tripping. Y'all were never supposed to wake up. You see what I'm saying? That's how the reptilians feel. You know? You know, the Pleiadians got more nuts than them. You feel me? Because the Pleiadians actually landed. The crazy thing is the reptilians run it, but the Pleiadians the ones that actually came and landed and was like, did the whole back door. They set us up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you got to understand the energy. Like, they attacked the Mississippians on Thanksgiving. The whole Thanksgiving celebration is about their attack on the Mississippians. And they attacked the Mississippians the same way they did when they first landed. They hit us with the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? And when you like, well, why we fall for it? Because it's just like, you got to remember who we fighting against. We fighting against our people. We fighting against spiritual forces and principalities that was once our brothers and sisters. I don't think you hear me. Let me repeat that. When people are like, well, why we fall for it then? Why we? Okay, I'll repeat that. We are fighting against spiritual forces and principalities that were once our cosmic brothers and sisters. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think you do. I know it's somebody in the back of class. You can't understand what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? You can't. You ain't listening. You feel me? Because that's just like your brother and your sister. They gonna know you. Your homie gonna know you. Your friend gonna know you. The worst person to ever fall out with and become enemies with is somebody you was friends with or a family member. They know where you sleep, the door, the car you drive, when you leave, how you leave. They know your whole schedule. That's a dangerous motherfucking enemy to have. See what I'm saying? So understand, you feel me? Understand that these spiritual forces, yeah, we be saying Satan. Nigga, that was your cosmic brother. So I think you gotta acknowledge that so that you can fully understand who the fuck you fighting against. You're not fighting against a motherfucker that don't know you. You're fighting against a motherfucker that know you very well. So it's always been that type of battle. He's very we a little slick motherfucker. He is. Satan slick as hell. Zeus slick as hell. You know what I'm saying? He a coward too. That's why his whole minions is cowards. Because if they wasn't cowards, we could have got it cracking a long time ago. They hide behind shit. But he's very, 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 very intelligent though. Very intelligent. Like, so you got to know that everything that was set in place, he had his hand in it. And this is why we had cosmic forces that helped us to have their hand in it. So this gets us to where we are today, where we are right now. It's all based around what the Mississippians was doing. You see what I'm saying? It was a code that was already set up for us to rise again. Why you think the Mayans was able to talk about the end of the world? That code come from the Mississippians. Like when we was Mississippians, they was just Mississippians. We had to fall. They fell into separate tribes trying to win the war. And then spells were cast over the tribes. So the tribes, then we start arguing with each other. Then it was like, we wasn't like fighting with each other really, but it was like, all right, fuck y'all. We gonna defend this side. Y'all defend that side. The camaraderie left. And then they was able to sweep in and start doing more. And next thing you know, you look up, niggas getting annexed off the land. Like, That's literally how it went. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like making no excuses for us or nothing. It's just how it went. So, but it was meant to go that way. It was meant to go that way. So the Mississippians, like, this is why I want to talk about the Mississippians, because they very, very powerful. And a lot of what you see going on right now is because we set this place in place when we was in Mississippian mode. You feel me? This is why they doing the Larry Hoover, right? This is why they want to attack any of us or any soul, right? Any soul that's on that frequency. You feel me? Hold on, I feel like it was crooked or something. All right, there we go. Any soul that's on that frequency. This is why I tell you, I say, the whole Larry Hoover thing is way deeper. It's a galactic thing. And that's why you seen them trying to help him. All of a sudden, it's a push now. It should have been a push if you really thinking about it. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And his blueprint is not negative. It's positive. But he did do something. He's a direct descendant of one of the kings of the Mississippians, with the energy to fight the oppressors. You got 60s, you got 70s, 80s, 90s. All that would have been like a continuation of Panther energy. Had he not went in there, because what the vision he had for his movement was completely different. And not just him, Jeff Ford too. He's another descendant, Mississippian connected. He locked up for trying to get a missile from Gaddafi to go against the federal government. See what I'm saying? You gotta understand why they locked him up. It's a galactic thing. That's why when people say the term gang, who gang? If you want to say a gang, niggas, y'all been gang. You was gang, you the original gang. You see what I'm saying? We ain't talking about no Crips, no Bloods, no GDs, no nothing. We talking about the tribes. What you think that was? It was structure, it was organization, it was rules, it was... What you think that was? What you think the army is, the military is, a gang? What you think the police department is? A gang. NYPD, APD, Atlanta PD, Miami PD, CPD, Chicago PD, and New York PD. They're all over the goddamn everywhere, nigga. What you think they is? That ain't nothing new. It's just when we was the original gang, you know what I'm saying? We was gang banging with the right people. We wasn't gang banging with each other. We wasn't hurting each other. We wasn't disrespecting each other, stealing from each other, robbing, putting each other down. We wasn't on none of that energy. And we not on that energy moving forward. We about building each other up. Peace, God. Peace, Goddess. You know what I'm saying? Calling you by your divine name. Calling each other by our divine names. Even if you don't see yourself in that light. You see what I'm saying? It got to change the whole way you speak. That's what it starts with. Realizing, like, okay, peace, God. Get in the habit of see somebody. Peace, God. You see somebody vibing low, peace, self, you know? You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we greeted each other. It's power in the greeting. When we speak highly to each other, you feel good. That increases your vibration. When we speak badly to each other, the tongue is a weapon. It's really a weapon. That's basic information. You learned that back in church now. They didn't lie to you about everything in church because a lot of the text, they was re-rocking our shit and just sprinkling their lies on top of it anyway. So you got to understand that. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand that. And right now where we is on this planet, you see China once again, like I repeat, you see China launching their own sun, which is not a sun. We already talked about that. Go order some groceries. Shit ain't restocking like it used to. Some sell out. You go back, tell you got it in stock for weeks. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? I know you are. I know y'all see this shit happening in front of y'all. You might not, people don't want to say nothing, they want to keep. Nigga, now you see that. You see this shit, boy. They're going to try to starve us out. All of that. It's coming. They already got the chip. I was telling y'all about the chip years ago, but they not playing. That's what your new proof gonna be of this hot sauce. They already came with their mandate. You see they came with the mandate. They getting gangster. They got their winter soldiers ready. I was telling y'all about since last year. Don't sleep on those guys either. They don't plan on using no regular military force. You got military people that's waking up that they ain't helping them. They know that. They like, we can't. They know they can't depend on regular human beings or regular gods and goddesses to do their dirt. They know that they not that stupid. They not that stupid now. Remember who they being led by, Zeus. Now, remember who they generals is. He ain't stupid at all. See what I'm saying? That's why they created fake ones, winter soldiers. Look how big they is. They like 8 feet, 9 feet. You feel me? They creating them up. They creating their ass big as hell. They rolling out little stories about them a little bit now, but I've been telling y'all about these winter soldiers. That's what they gonna use to try to force it in you. That's next. They came with the mandate now. The next step is to literally physically force it in you. I told y'all, get y'all guns ready. Get your guns ready. Get your mind ready. Been telling y'all that since last year, man. Don't let it play out in front of you, hoping shit don't happen. You see it happening. But you got people that get into YouTube and troll. I told you, anybody get in here troll is CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. I'm a fucking threat to them, man. Public enemy number one. I told y'all that. They know I'm connected and protected by cosmic forces. They've been watching me since I got back here. They know exactly who I am. And who speaks through me and who stands behind me. They know. Ain't nobody getting censored as much as me right now on the internet. I don't give a fuck what you say. That's a fact. Why? What they scared of? I'm just a little old RASHAD Jamal. They don't know nothing. There's nothing they got on the internet. Deleting pages. I'm blocked off live. They fuck with this live. They fuck with my website. Shit, I gave a whole lecture one night. Niggas ain't even see it. I had to redo it. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know it clicked off on my end. It was running. Death threat. Why they doing all that for? Because this shit I'm telling y'all is powerful information. It's not information. It's weaponry I'm telling you, I'm giving you. Now how you gonna use it? Can't be no fear. Because ain't none of your ancestors ever had fear. This your shit. You'll never die. And they warn with you. So you gonna sit there and just let them kill you? You see how aggressive they coming with the vax? You see it. You see the shells and shit getting emptier. Y'all ain't paying attention to that? Because I am. I see it clearly. China launching plasma energy balls that they trying to disguise as the sun. I'm not looking at them. Who do they think they fooling? Like, I bet you a bunch of motherfuckers believe that too. Meanwhile, it don't matter how many fake plasma energy balls y'all try to create. They create that shit to throw that shit at our ass when we shift. Y'all think we not what we is. You gonna see, man. You gonna see, trust me. I guarantee you. And you gonna see me on that front line too. They putting this shit right in your face. They making whole plasma energy balls to throw at our ass. Niggas talking about the sun. Ain't thinking at all. Like, these motherfuckers can't take no sun, so what the fuck they like invest the energy in creating one for? They don't want the one we got to shine, nigga. Did you forget they created the weather, motherfucker? Fuck you think they doing with that motherfucker? All right. Yeah, they made the sun. All right, cool. When they throw that bitch at our ass, nigga, you feel me? You gonna be like, oh, shit, if God wasn't lying. Nah, I'm not lying, nigga. They testing weaponry in front of you. Listen, all the nuclear weapons have been disactivated. Why did they working on plasma energy weapons? Fake plasma energy, because it ain't the energy we got in us. That low grade, that shit ain't no nothing. So when they throw that motherfucker, they ain't gonna do shit but disintegrate. Boy, this shit is over with. Y'all should have left. You know what I'm saying? All that trying to create fake plasma energy balls, that shit ain't gonna work. Because you know if they nuclear weapons work, nigga, they'd be working on atomic bombs. We shut them codes off, though. That shit over with. Now they trying to work on their little plasma energy balls and vaccine you. That's what it comes to, y'all. Starve you out, vax you out, throw energy balls at you. And hope that you don't fuck up their winter soldiers. That's what the vax is for. You have no clue how strong you is and what's happening to your genetics right now. But they do, though. Meanwhile, somebody in class, like, he just talking. But you see them making this shit in front of your face. You see the shelves empty and shit taking longer to restock. Like, hold on, nigga. Them juices normally get back in 3 days. It's been about 3 weeks. They still ain't got my favorite juice yet, nigga. What's going on? Okay. I'm telling y'all, get y'all generators, get y'all water, start back meditating. Nigga still. I could see if they wasn't trying to silence me, nigga. It makes sense then. Like, I don't know that nigga, when he just be talking. It be funny, though. Nah, nigga, you see them trying to attack me behind telling y'all you should know this shit real deal. Like, hold on, they on his ass. Now, goddamn it, we was laughing. I thought the shit was just, I was just scrolling. I seen the nigga shining, so I clicked in, but I see the shit happening there. They fucking with him for talking about it. Like, hold on, he ain't what he do. He just only talking to us about this shit. I don't see him even in the street killing motherfucker. I can see if I went on a serial rampage, nigga, I just pop up on the news like I just killed 29,000 cops and white people or some shit. You ain't never seen that about me. You just see me get on here and kick it with you and keep it real. So what does that tell you? When they fear the message that much. Like, who the fuck is Buddy? They don't fuck with you unless you dangerous. You ain't a threat, you cool. They ain't really tripping, you good. Feel me? This is the divine time. And just like this candle was burning out, so too will there reign over our people. It's over with. You see where the flame at? That's how it is right now for them. Last ember. You hear me? It's war with me and my people. We ain't backing down. We coming for everything that's ours. And why do you think I'm putting this high frequency album out? That's all a part of attacks. Just like when they fucking attack us, nigga. They don't attack us one way, nigga. They hit you with the music and everything, nigga. Better pay attention. They don't just attack you one way. You too powerful for that. That's how we gotta attack. Like, where we gonna start? Start somewhere, nigga. Start with your own business. That's an attack at the economic system. Starting your own business is an attack at the economic system. Shit your ass sing, sing some high frequency. Give a fuck if you're 72 or 7. Just make it high frequency. You're gonna be changing the atmosphere. You're attacking. You know how to grow fruit, shit. Teach others. Attack. Raising your kids and not letting them raise them is now you're attacking the education system. Fuck we waiting for? Just attack, nigga. You ain't gotta get physical. Re-enlightening our kids, growing our own shit, starting your own businesses until this bitch go all the way down, speaking high frequency to each other, peace, God, peace, goddess, forgiving ourselves, tapping back in with our ancestors, going to communicate with our ancestors, and not no motherfuckers that don't look like us. That's all a form of attacking. We ain't talking about what you did yesterday. We ain't caught up in no time. What you gonna do today and tomorrow? We don't care about no mistakes, none of that. You care about that. That was taught to you. In the astral realms, don't nobody think about that. What are you gonna do with the energy you got right now? You ain't got time to be beating yourself up, talking about what you could have, should have did. You got right now. Right now. I ain't know that back then. We ain't talking about back then. You got right now, though. They putting this shit in your face, and you getting in here thinking I'm playing proudly. See what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they trying to get aggressive with me for exposing this to you. They not playing. We not playing no more. It's game time now. That's why they launching shit in the sky. Because of these ley lines that have been activated by the Mississippians. And you are descendants of that lineage, of that blood, of that cosmic celestial force. So you can tap into that. All type of forces have locked into the realm from the divine realms to come help us. They here. Even if you can't see them yet, they are here, nigga. They've been here. And you see they scared. Look at Mother Nature. Look how she acting. She ain't fucking up shit that don't need to be fucked up. Don't fall into none of that shit on the internet, social media. You see something get fucked up by nature and you want to feel sorry for them. For what? Trust me. Nature know who to hit. Nature know who she want. I'm not feeling sorry for no motherfucker to get fucked up fucking with nature. Because there's something in your spirit or something in your karmic DNA or DEA. That's why she came on your ass. She's fighting back. She not stupid. She know exactly who the fuck she want. So you done fucked up somewhere. She came and got your ass, nigga. She ain't just coming to get everybody. Fuck with everybody now. You done fucked up somewhere in your lineage. You done did some shit. See what I'm saying? And we might not know it, but she know it. She ain't forget it, nigga. You can fool us. You can't fool her, though. You see what I'm saying? Give a fuck what avatar you come down this bitch in. She know who the fuck you is, what you did, what your granddaddy did. See what I'm saying? What his granddaddy did. You see? And she see what you're still trying to do now. Y'all ain't gonna be safe nowhere. We coming. We them. Ain't no stopping nothing we doing. Because that's what's in us. Remember, we ain't no criminals. We Atlanteans, Lemurians, Seminoles, all that, Cherokee, Aztec, call yourself all that. Gods, all that. Because all